really wanna get to this guy. Yes, go out tonight, I just might. Yes, style cleaner than yours, so don't buy. Yes, I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? Let me let y'all get up in the room. We got some stuff to talk about today. First off, I want to say what's up to all of my true viewers and hello to all the new viewers. What's going on? You said, come on with the tea. Ooh. SoDebNair, how are you feeling today? Glad to see you today. I'm doing really good. Wendy, thanks for asking. I was looking up news all this morning and it just kept coming. Like all this news was coming today. So I'm like, we got to go live today. We got to talk about some of this stuff. So I'm really happy that we're able to do that. You sound look really blurry. Let me see something. Check that out in just a second. Hey, so what's going on, Snooki? What's going on, Pamela? Oh yeah, it's raining here, so that might be what it's about. Let me see something. Let's see if I change my cameras. I'm gonna have to tilt this up. Hold on. You know, they're both blurry. It might be because of the weather here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I know what it might be. Hopefully that's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. My bad. I had it on the Wi-Fi and not on my Ethernet cord, so that's probably why it looked like that. But we're good now. Okay, I can see it. All right, what's going on? Thank you so much, Lady Z Berry. Thank you so much for that. So I know it should look better now. What's going on, y'all? While y'all are coming in the room, let's go ahead. Let's check the temperature. How are you guys feeling today on a scale from 1 to 10? How are you guys feeling? What's up, Maria? Hey, from London. What's going on, girl? Boy, you look sharp in any color. Red is my favorite color. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it was my Wi-Fi because it's raining outside, and I forgot to take the Wi-Fi off, and let the Ethernet cord ride. Good afternoon, SoDebNair and the tribe. Love and blessings. What's up, Annette? Pamela. Okay, I look better. Hey, everyone. Nacho Twins Mama. I love that name. Hey, everyone. All right. Wendy, you said you're feeling you're at a 6 today. All right. That's above 5, so we're going to take that. It's Monday. Yeah, it's not Monday. Is it Monday? It's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. So that's all right. That's all right. Hey, my boy. What's going on, Miss Keisha? What's up, Trey? SFF. What's up? Hey, handsome. What's going on, Ayana? Hey, SoDebNair, everyone. Miss Ryu at a 10. That's amazing. Paula at an 8 today. Okay. Where was I at? All right, I'm gonna just skip down. You had a 10. Okay, that's good. That's what's up. 8. Okay. What's going on, DH? Trying at the TV. I'm at a 5 right about now. That's okay. You're gonna be better. It's gonna get better. It's Monday. Mondays it's hard sometimes on Monday, so that's all right. Hey, what's going on, Wendy? Peace and praises. Gold Crown, OG Bronx, Bionics. What's up? At an 8, Aubrey. Okay. 6 SFF. All right, it's Monday, so that's all right. It's the beginning of the week. Yes, Watch D. Thank you. Hit that like button. What's going on, Watch D? Yay, finally catching you live. Hey, to the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's your first time. Let's have a good time. Feeling at a 1 currently. Oh, just simply. I'm gonna send positive vibes your way. I'm sending big prayers up for you. I don't know why you at a 1, and that's not even my business. But what I do know is that your brother can send you some prayers and some positive energy your way. Hopefully it gets better. At a 6, same for you. Watch these. 6 is okay. 6 is okay. So it's okay to be at a 6. At a 5, okay. We sending positive energy your way and big prayers to you as well. I'm at an 8. Okay, that's good. Happy Monday, blessed day. So everyone, I hope we all have a great start to the week. A 7.5, that ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Red used to be my favorite color until I got in trouble every time I wore it. Love you, Sultan. What's going on, Miss Drea? What's going on, boo? At a 5 is okay. You get to gear up to Friday. Yep, that's right. And you know how we do over here. My first slide too. Oh, that's dope. Well, welcome. Black Diamond, you had a 5 too, but we got to get it together. Hey, oh, I almost read it out loud. Hold on. Okay, all right, I got you. Wait. Black Diamond, you had a 5. It's Monday. It's okay to be at a 5. It's Monday. It's gonna get better. I promise you. What's your number? How are you feeling today? I'm feeling at like a 8, maybe. I want to say 8. I'm doing an overnight shift at my part-time job tonight, so that's the only reason why. You are loved, just simply. Yes, you are. Wendy, Lucas, hey tribe. What's going on, Miss Val? What's going on? Miss Dre is at a 6. It's Monday, so that's fine. That is totally fine. Yeah, red is my 2. Still grieving my sister's funeral. Oh, yeah. That's okay. You know what? But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. You're allowed to be there. That's okay. Glad to be here. I'm glad to see you here. Hugs and blessings. Yes, y'all actually, everybody who's at a 5 or below, and even anybody else who's not at a 10, just send some pots. Send them some. Let's put some red hearts in the chat. Let's put some red hearts in the chat for everybody who's just not feeling at a 10 today. 5, but tomorrow I will be a 10 when my son's out of the hospital. Okay, and I'm sending prayers and positive energy to you guys. 3. What's going on, Miss Bernice? Black Diamond, love you and condolences to you. Yeah. Yes, please. Just drop those down there. Miss Bernice is at a 10. DGF627 is at a 3. Yes, y'all send all the hearts to all these people because we need to spread some positive energy over here. And we're gonna laugh today. What's going on, Chef by She? I think that's what that says. Yes, sending everyone love and prayers. Yes. All right, so while y'all sitting in the hearts, let's go ahead and take care of the business. If you want to join my tribe, please stand by my side. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on notifications. When you hit notifications, make sure you hit all so you get notified every time I go live. Follow me on Instagram because most of the time I do post things to let you guys know I'm going live. So make sure you guys are on my Instagram. And let me pull that up for you. Well, y'all sitting in the hearts. But it's SoDebNair. It's everything is spelled the same way. That's debonair, no spaces, and there's no O in debonair. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. SoDebNair, thank you for being able to care about those who need it. Yeah, I mean, the tea can wait. Y'all are more important than the tea. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure that the people that are in the chat, y'all feeling okay. Y'all feeling good. And if y'all not, we need to lift each other's spirits because I might be feeling that at one day. And I might need to come over here and just talk to y'all And, you know, I might need the hearts in the chat. I might need to be uplifted. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all come in here, my first thing is to make sure y'all are good before we talk about anything. Before it's anything about me or these people, that's celebrities, because they're going to be fine. But we want to make sure y'all are good. Can you all say a little prayer for my family? My mom had a heart attack, but she's doing pretty good things. I'm so sorry to hear that, Miss Drea, but we sending most prayer. Let's just do this right now. Father God, right now, I just want to thank you, first of all, for letting me introducing me to Miss Drea. I probably could say, you know, introducing Miss Drea to a lot of people that are in the YouTube streets. Miss Drea's smile and that in her AVI, it's amazing. That smile brightens up my day whenever I see it. So just thank you for letting us experience her for who she is and just for giving us that smile. I definitely want to lift up her mother and her family and everybody else in the chat who's going through anything right now. I know someone, I forgot who it was just dealing with a death, and please forgive me, kind of to my head, not my heart. But just lift up everybody in the chat right now who are not at a 5, who's not at a 10, you know, because it's everything. We can't downplay anybody's not being at a 10, you know, but we know that you take us through things. You take us through this process, and hopefully we are able to, not hopefully, until we get to the promise. God, we just thank you. You know, we thank you for being who you are. We thank you for blessing us to be around each other. We thank you for the tribe. And we just want to say thank you, you know. I thank you for letting this be a place of comfort and for happiness for people. Thank you for using me, you know, and thank you for using the people that are in the chat, because sometimes I miss things and you guys see it. So I just thank you for everyone that is a part of the tribe, and I just want to leave it at that. Amen. All right, I'm okay, just a little down. Oh yeah, it was Black Diamond. I'm okay, just a little down. I'm racing up and down these streets to keep me uplifted. Thank you, Tribe Nation, for the love. Absolutely. All right, y'all. So, you know, we got to take care of y'all before we do anything in here. I don't play with that. Prayers to you, family. Amen. Yes, they got. Amen. Prayers for healing and restoration are with you and your mom, Miss Drea. Yes. All right. I didn't get to finish everything I was doing. So I'm gonna just start it all over because I forgot what it was when I saw that, you know. And I wanted to make sure, you know, that we do take care of the tribe, y'all, because we're all important. And I think that that's the most important part, is to make sure before we do anything, we take care of each other. We're going to be the real, how the Black community is supposed to be. Or not even just the Black community, but the community, the people, the human beings of this earth are supposed to be, you know. We love you, Dad. You don't know how much you touch my heart. For real, brought me up. I always smile when I see you. I always smile when I see you in my chat too. So that's what's up. God is able and he won't fail. He will not. He will not. Just give him time. Give him time. Hydrate and stretch. Absolutely. Let's Drea, peace and blessings. Prayers. Watch D. All right. All right, y'all. So let's get into the business. Hopefully that prayer helped someone. But let's go ahead and get into the business, the other people's business. Because I was excited about doing this today. So let me pull up my notes. All right, so I have a lot of stuff. They won't let us tag, like put the titles as everything we're talking about. So there's lots of stuff we're going to be talking about today. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first of all, I don't know if you guys know who Moneybagg Yo is. I don't know who that is, but I saw something on Media Takeout today, and I thought it was very interesting. And so I wanted to talk about this today. So the woman goes viral for sniffing Moneybagg Yo's private parts on stage. A female fan of rapper Moneybagg Yo is going viral for grabbing onto the rapper while he was performing and sniffing his private parts in front of thousands of fans. And the woman isn't embarrassed over what she did either. Actually, she's proud of it herself. So far, Moneybagg Yo has not responded. And I want to show y'all a little bit of the video. Let me show y'all what she did first. Oh, wait. First of all, remove this. Let me take down this. All right, here we go.
That shit going on. Oh my God. That shit going on.
What is that? And why was this a thing? Let's watch it one more time. Let's watch it one more time.
Oh my God. That shit going on.
Now, the girl who's recording this says she's going live all over the internet, so she knew she's going to make this girl go viral. And I'm confused because is this a thing? Is this what we're doing at concerts? We're sniffing the crotches of people. I'm so confused of seeing this. So then the girl goes online because she knew she went viral, and then she posted this.
I am pleased with his baby mama.
Hold on.
And for me, yes, I sniffed that nigga nuts, and I would sniff that nigga nuts again, and I would sniff that nigga nuts again, and I would sniff that nigga nuts again. Ari is Ari. I don't give a fuck about that whole Ari.
Now, I'm going to pause it here because she's talking about Ari. Ari is actually this man's girlfriend. She doesn't care about this man's girlfriend. And this is a little ratchet. And this is probably why Monique was talking about the bonnets, because she got on this bonnet and she's doing really ratchet, nasty stuff. And I'm a little concerned for her. And shout out to Gossip of the City _ for posting this, because I wouldn't know who Moneybagg Yo is or any of this if they didn't post this. So shout out to them. Let's continue to watch.
I don't give a fuck about no hoe. I am pleased with his baby mama, his motherfucking sister, God himself. Bitch, that nigga is mine. Do you hear me? That nigga belongs to every bit of me. Hell yeah, I was up in them nuts set. Sniff them, see what they smell like. Yeah. I need that scent on my nose, daddy.
Now, is this a thing? Is this a thing? Is this what we do at concerts now? Because I am so confused. The business of the people's business, my favorite, my first laugh of the day, Mama Proof. Okay. Lord, I hope this is not a regular thing. I hope it's not either. I really hope that it's not. I'm concerned. It's a kink for, that young Derek. You're right. It is a kink for some people. You're right. Yeah, y'all. I mean, do it in private though. We don't need to see it. Who wants to risk breathing in cold? It must be a man's business deal. That's for doing too much, really. Okay, because I'm like, well, first of all, I'm not doing this. What I do behind closed doors is different, but that out in the public is not. That's nasty. Your nasty ass. If a man would have done that to a woman, people would be ready to throw him in jail. She's just nasty. You are so right. You're so right. Crying. Straight nasty. Shake my head. It's going live with a bonnet on for me, not a good. Somebody forgot to take out the trash. She's a stalker, and I hope she gets a restraining order. She needs one. You need me on your podcast. Terrell, first of all, we'll talk about that later because I've already asked y'all before I started the podcast. Totally effing gross, sniffing random COVID balls. Yep, COVID balls. When she get COVID, I ain't gonna say all that. She's a bird. That is truly sad and touching, pathetic. I wonder if the baby will call out the girls for or sniffing balls at a concert. You know, hey, y'all comments and cracking me up and bringing my spirits. What happened? I'm still at work and had to take a call. Dang, was just doing temp check. This girl is smelling balls at a concert. That's what she's doing. She's doing that. More like desperation to me. That's what it looked like to me. And then she doesn't care about the man's girlfriend, the mama, the sister, whoever. She said that she owns him. That is like, I need a restraining order like tomorrow, like 5 minutes, like a week ago. It's really disgusting. Wait, who and what did I miss? We can watch it again. They sniffing balls at concerts. They're sniffing balls at concerts, then going live, and they're proud about it. So, hey, I have no idea what this is about. I've never seen nothing like this in real life. So I don't subscribe to this. This is not our tribe. This is not our tribe. This is not a part of the tribe. This is not what we do. Okay. What's really messed up is if he said that made him very uncomfortable, people would be clowning him. Now that Essence 818, send me your cash app. I'm gonna cash app you because you are on point with that. You're on point. Oh no, so she was doing a ball check. Got it. Yeah, she was. Hey everyone, happy Monday. What's going on, Candy Art? Yeah, I have no idea. This is definitely not mom approved. This is not our tribe. This is not what we do. The fact that they are all mushed together like that while Delta is trying to take us out is troubling. I so agree. Symbols of the concert is definitely not mom approved. It's definitely not mom approved. Well, our mama and them did a lot in Uncle Luke's era, but this is not Uncle Luke era no more. It's not. And the fact is that I'm gonna go right back up to this comment. Where's it at? Essence 818. What's really messed up is if he said that made him very uncomfortable, people will be clowning him, and that's what that is. That's what that is. No cash app necessary, bro. Fair exchange. I probably owe you. That was real though, and I mean, I was hoping someone said that because that's not okay. That looks like the R word to me. Not this tribe. It is not this tribe. I'm about to make some t-shirts that say not this. That's not my tribe. Now, in my new edition days, no telling what I might have done if I was that close to the stage. My teenage years, yes, but that was a grown woman. That was a grown woman. Yes, that's just what I said. It's different standards, right? So y'all pray for that young lady because she clearly she's out here wilding. So let's move to the next part. We're talking about Gizelle, Bryant, and Robyn Dixon accused Wendy Osefo of having a nude personality and lacking substance after getting plastic surgery, and Wendy clapping back on Twitter. Gizelle, the comments where Gizelle said, "It's totally not the Wendy that I met. It is way different from Professor Wendy and Substance Wendy." And we can pause here. If anyone in the chat can tell me, does Gizelle have substance? I'm confused. That's true though. She's right because I'll be damned if a girl gonna be in my phone. When did Gizelle start talking about substance? Like I've never seen Gizelle with substance. So maybe I missed the show that she had the substance in, but through the history of Housewives of Potomac, I don't remember the part where Gizelle's substance kicked in. So I don't know. Y'all go ahead and comment in the chat because no, we're not talking Real Housewives of Potomac already yet. I'm just talking about Wendy's clapback right now because this is after the show. No, none. Okay, no. Cruella DeVille and her one Dalmatian are checking someone for having a personality. Miss Bernice. Miss Bernice, you stay with the clapback. She's a mean girl, no substance. Okay, I mean, maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it. I'm not whack. You know, we doing a live later on today, so we have time to talk about it. Now she's delusional and no substance. I'm trying to find out if she has substance. Can someone name the episode where the substance came in? Because I totally missed that episode. Jizzy's about as substance filled as they come. All right, so let me read through the rest of this. Wendy responded to her castmate claims and said, "We are often put into boxes that you cannot be sexy and have substance." She added, "I stand before you as someone who still has multiple degrees, who is still a professor at one of the highest institutions, who's still a commentator, who still does all of those things. And that does not take away from any of my accolades." Wendy also took to her Twitter and she stood her ground on what she said on the show. She tweeted, I define my sexiness, not you. Hashtag RHOP. She added, how a woman dresses and what she decides to do with her body has no bearing on her intelligence. We must stop trying to put people in a box. Women can be smart and sexy at the same time. We should be allowed to live life on our own terms, not others. Hashtag RHOP. And I definitely agree with Wendy. Y'all know I'm not the biggest Wendy fan, but this might win me over because Wendy is absolutely right. First of all, you shouldn't be able to tell anybody, whether it's a man or a woman, what to do with their body. And if Wendy did the things she did for her body for herself, that is totally Wendy's business. And she still has all of her degrees. She still works her jobs. She's still copying off Monique with these candles and all those things she's allowed to do with her new sexy body. I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that. So I might be starting to go over to Wendy a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I got to see more of her, but I'm agreeing with Wendy on this. Gizelle does not have substance. She has no man, and she's trying to put a sliding glass door on her in the woods outhouse, meaning she has no taste. Also, it was part of the deleted scenes. Yes. Just the Gizelle standard so too much for me. LOL. Let me go. Y'all mean LOL. I feel sorry for Wendy. They attacked her, yes. But I'm glad that Wendy went to and Busy Blue saying hi to everyone. I'm glad she went to Twitter because Twitter, even if they don't like her, right is right, wrong is wrong, and whoever's opinion that it is. I absolutely agree with Wendy. I do too. Hi there from Denver outside on the patio. What's going on? What's going on? I have degrees and still drop it low. All right, bye you girl. Drop it like it's low. I'm really liking Wendy this season. She's real. She's winning me over. Okay, with the Adidas spread. Hey, yo, what's going on, Rick? Gizelle discusses other people's marriages, relationships to deflect from her own life. Yeah, we're gonna get into that when we do the review later on today. It's like the old saying, what someone eats doesn't make the other person shit. Yes. So Twitter went off. So I want to pull up the tweets. So let me pull these up. Hold on, pull this one up first. And I love when Twitter sounds off because Twitter holds no grudges. I mean, they don't hold nothing back. Roll this from the studio. Share screen. Gmail. Share. All right, so let's see what this looks like. Hold on, let me make this bigger. All right. So Monique's binder at Cake Heaux said, Robyn worried about Wendy's new titties when her son has a 48 in online English class during a pandemic. Let's go to the next one. They didn't come back to their room and talk about Robyn healing from depression or her son failing. They came back to the room still discussing Wendy. That's very interesting. The third king, and his name is Third King 0208, said Gizelle chooses to dress with her eyes closed. Why can't Wendy choose to dress a bit sexy? The internet's concerned. The internet is concerned, y'all. This one is my favorite one. Gizelle chooses to dress with her eyes closed. Why can't Wendy choose to dress a bit sexier? I think she should be able to. That one took me out. That took me out. Exactly. Hold up, let me take this down. I agree with what Wendy said. However, if she and Gizelle are real friends and not TV friends, I would have had the same opinion as Gizelle, but addressed it in private. We also have to remember that Wendy was 2 months postpartum. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Postpartum. And Candace Monique fight took over the season, so we weren't given the opportunity to fully see Wendy. That's true. She actually said on Watch What Happens Live last night that the rumor that was going around last season, she had no idea what it was until she watched the season back. Thank you for the super chat, DGF627. I went from a 3 to a 6 when SoDeb took his head with disapproval of these comments. Hey, SoDeb Patrol, what's going on, DT? Juan said hello. Oh, Robyn. Trey, she would win gold medals every round. The internet won. I'm gonna just say the internet won. I wish that someone could read the comments live while they're doing this. Like they should do like the, when they do the watch back, pull up the Twitter comments. Hey, what's going on, Marcella? They should read the comments from Twitter during some of these scenes and stuff, because that would be fun for Bravo to do. Make sure y'all give me credit for that, and I would like a percentage if y'all do that. Okay, so let's move to the next story. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kenya Moore shuts down ex-husband Marc Daly. And also, wait a minute, before we do this, that first article about Young Moneybagg Yo, that was from Media Takeout. This article, you can read more about it. I just took notes from it. It's from Lovely Scott. This one is also from Lovely Scott as well. It says, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore shuts down ex-husband Marc Daly's attempt to block the daughter Brooklyn from filming from Bravo shows. So we're going to get to see Brooklyn next season, y'all. It says, Kenya Moore has successfully shut down estranged husband Marc Daly's attempt to block her from featuring their daughter Brooklyn on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kenya has been fighting Marc over Brooklyn appearing on Real Housewives of Atlanta. The judge said it was a particular point of contention for the two in the order. He said was not convinced. The judge said he wasn't convinced, and no evidence has been shown that Kenya would place Brooklyn in any environment that might not be in the minor child's best interest, or may in any way be considered dangerous or inappropriate. The judge said Kenya's testimony showed the opposite and proved she was protective and an involved parent. The evidence has further shown that if petitioner, which is Marc, is not able to involve the minor child, or Kenya, was not able to involve the minor child, that it could negatively impact her ability to make money or even be employed. The order states Kenya has the final authority of allowing Brooklyn to appear on the show. However, she is ordered to tell Mark about each time she is filming, and Brooklyn will only appear in age-appropriate scenes. And you can read the rest of that article on Love B. Scott, but we would get to see, we would not have to see baby Brooklyn's face blurred out anymore. So I'm so happy for Kenya for this, because she definitely should be able to show her babies. I mean, we waited on this and now we can't see it because of Mark. No, sorry, sir. This is Marcella. Okay, we read that one. Marcella, is that you? That is Marcella. Hey, Marcella. Welcome to those. Thank you, DT, so much. Thank you so much. They do that for Real Housewives of Atlanta, but they pick the middle, the mouth comments. LOL. They need to pull the real ones. Now, is Real Housewives of Atlanta coming back this fall? I think that they are. They're just shifting around people. I heard that Sheree might be coming back, but I don't think it's Sheree. There's a lot of talk on the internet about Sheree or Deshaun Snow from the first season, so we'll see. Yes, tell one I said hey. DT said hey. Is that his reason for not wanting BK on? Oh, he reaching and petty. Yeah, he is. They must didn't see the episode where she had Brooklyn upstairs when the boat looked downstairs. This drill, we not doing it. I'm glad the judge allowed to. Me too. I agree what you want about Kenya, but she is an awesome mom. I agree. Say what you want to say about Kenya, but she's an awesome mom. I believe so too. Mark was trying to flex and got shut down. Kenya has been showing Brooklyn on her other social media, and she's always. I don't know what the rest. You didn't put the rest. Miss Bernie. Nice watch. Thank you. This is my Apple Watch. Good for Kenya. Mark is a bully. He definitely is a bully. I agree. That's amazing for Kenya. It is. I'm so happy for Kenya. I'm definitely Team Kenya. Oh, okay, Deshaun. I hope she comes back. I do too. I feel like we didn't get to see enough of Deshaun, and I like Deshaun. And now she's divorced from her husband too, so maybe we'll get to see more of her personality. Richard, they sure didn't. Sean was boring, but she's divorced now, so maybe she'll be able to be, more entertaining to you guys. I liked her though. Phaedra coming back for the All-Star show. Yeah, we're about to talk about that in a minute, Miss Bernice. Kenya said at the reunion she had full custody, and she told Andy we would be seeing the baby next season. This is, and I don't know what the rest is. About time. I'm excited to see Brooklyn. Mark was being petty as hell. Yes, I don't like Kenya, but she really is a great mom to Brooklyn. Absolutely. Wait, how does Beast not know this? The court documents showing this. I don't know. That's what it is. We're going to say it's allegedly, but that's reported. I'm here for Deshaun. I'm sure she'll bring it now. She's divorced. Yep, that's what I just said. Oh, she's divorced too, right? Yep. I liked her. Yeah, I thought she was cool. I mean, she didn't break all that drama. I like to see peaceful stuff. Now, Mitra, you're so wrong for that. Glad you're feeling better. I know it'll make her feel a little bit better when we start talking about stuff. I want Kenya to win and be happy. Hashtag. Well, Kenya said if it was a B. Scott, then yeah, she did say that. Kenya was told him, so I'm sure Kenya reported it to B. Scott. All right, so let's talk about Phaedra Parks. So Phaedra Parks, y'all always want Phaedra Parks to come back. Phaedra Parks this, she was that. She was so great because she read Kenya about the pizza box and the $5 and all this stuff. I didn't get it, but y'all loved it. So she's going to be back in the Real Housewives mashup series on Peacock. And Eva Marcille is joining the cast as well. This is also on B. Scott. It says Phaedra Parks is making her return to the small screen. The small screen. Read the shade. And so is Eva Marcille. While some fans have been calling for Phaedra Parks to come back to the Bravo, the Real Housewives of Atlanta after her explosive exit following season 9, they'll be able to catch her on another NBC Universal series. Phaedra Parks is slated to star in an upcoming Real Housewives of Atlanta mashup series, which will air on NBC Universal's streaming platform Peacock. Production insiders told the Daily Mail. The show will feature former housewives from Atlanta, New York, Beverly Hills, and Orange County living in the same house. The ladies will start filming next month in a confidential location. Eva Marcille will also be in the mashup series as well. You can actually check out the Jasmine brand. That's this one, the Jasmine brand, for an exclusive interview from Eva. Are you guys excited about seeing Phaedra Parks back in a Housewives franchise again? Phaedra was like, I mean, I like Phaedra, but she wasn't like a fan favorite. I mean, she was okay. I think I didn't really like her that much because she lied so much the first season. I just couldn't get past all the lies. Kia's a good mother to Brooklyn. That is true. Just like Portia is a good one. Oh yeah, to Pilar. Yeah, that's very true. I am excited. Bring on Faye. It's been boring. Well, she's not going to be on the real show. She's going to be on the mashup on Peacock. So, I mean, have you seen her IG recently? Ooh, the long, blonde, and short black bob was giving me life. I haven't seen it. Kenya is trying to kick up dust and get attention. Phaedra, yes. Eva, no. I love Eva. But I wanted Eva from America's Next Top Model to come on to America's Royal of Atlanta. Beside her Phaedra, but who asked for it? Miss Colorist. Oh, I didn't know y'all thought she was a colorist. I didn't know that. Social distancing. This is why I need to read y'all's comments on these shows. A unicorn head to be on the show. Did she pay for her HOA tax? DT, no. No, she lies on every show I've seen her on. She does. I don't get I don't get what people like her so much, but y'all love her, so I'm just reporting the news. Phaedra can read. Yes, love her. I think Phaedra read her read off a piece of paper one good time. Her reads are not that great to me. I'm here for it. Bravo finest, no matter where she's at. I know she'll bring something. Hopefully she gets a good other read. Because that one she gave, I mean, y'all loved it. I mean, I didn't. I'm like, she was struggling to remember what she was supposed to even be saying. I'm excited about the new show, not the Peacock ad. Eva doesn't do it for me. Eva, the bus in Tokyo is light, but other than that, yeah. But that was Eva from America's Next Top Model. That's why I loved her. Eva was the diva on America's Next Top Model. Better suited for Phaedra because her little time on Marriage Boot Camp. Yeah. I mean, to me, it just showed what I thought when I watched her on Marriage Boot Camp. And I don't feel like, and I know she wasn't really dating that dude. She will bring more lies. Exactly. That's the only thing that I'm getting from it. That's the only thing I'm getting. So we have a little bit more of Real Housewives of Atlanta news. Marlo Hampton, if y'all don't know, she got her edges done. And she suffers some facial injuries. And this one came from Love B. Scott, or it came from the Jasmine brand. I can't remember which one this one came from. I know that the pictures were on the Real Housewives of ATL. I mean, the videos that she posted were reposted on the Real Housewives of ATL, the Total T. So y'all can go ahead and check those out there. To Be Black Native, thank you so much for the super chat. Lawyer, liar, dress on fire. Come back, Faye. We love you. The headline says Marlo Hampton doesn't regret her hair transplant procedures despite suffering facial injuries. My doctor said my edges are going to grow in so full. It says it looks like she underwent a hair transplant procedure for her edges. She said the doctor told her In 6 to 12 weeks, my edges are going to grow in so full. And then he said they're going to fall out. And then they'll grow back. And then he said in like 3 months, they're going to be like, wow. And then in 6 months, like, whoa. And then in a year, they're going to be like, whoa. She added that she plans on sharing her entire experience on YouTube with her fans soon. So you guys can check that out. Like I said, you can check out the whole video on the Real Housewives of ATL, the Total T, where you can see the videos of where she posted that. Thank you so much, Brenda, for the Cash App. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I think she's gearing up to be on, like, get her. She want her edges before they start filming. Eva was great on America's Next Top Model, and she was great on S11, but she went left during season 12. Oh, season 11, but she went left on season 12. I think if you want the comment that she said about Kenya, I do agree with that. Oh, no. Eva. I want Eva right. I don't know how she went left. I don't remember. She brings more personality than when she was on Marriage Boot Camp in that fake relationship. Yeah, that relationship wasn't real. Yes, I saw her IG and her eyes were black and puffy. Yeah, they were. Unless she had got into a fight. Eva from America's Next Top Model was the underdog. Eva from Real Housewives of Atlanta was a self-proclaimed superstar. Would have been enjoyable to see Eva who has succeeded but remained humble. But I think I would have been calling her like Cynthia though if she was like that. Eva. I don't know. That sperm bank read was I'm adding the read to this comment hers. It was very much so. Marlo went to the hair club. Yeah, she did. I hope her edges grow like they telling her they're gonna grow out, because if they don't, I'm pretty sure she's gonna get it back from them, because now she's gonna sue these people about her edges. So I didn't realize that her edges were bad, but maybe it's because I just don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. But I didn't realize her edges were so bad that she had to do this. Oh, and I got a picture of it. Oh yeah, I do. Hold on, let me share. Oh wait. Yep, there she goes right there. Miss Freddie, you on fire. You up in the daytime? Yeah, I'm up in the daytime. I gotta work tonight. Oh, I do overnight. So yeah, that's her. But you guys can check out, like I said, Real Housewives of ATL, the Total T, and they have her videos on it. That's where I got this picture from. So make sure you guys check that out. Hey girl, House of the Princess. But yeah, and I don't know if you can see. Well, yeah, you can see the black eyes around there. So it looks bad. So I'm glad that I'm hoping that her edges grow back like they said they're gonna grow back, because that looks terrible. Oh, that poor baby looked like it hurt. It does like it hurt. That looks like it's painful. I wouldn't be doing that for my edges. Now my edges, I would just have to. Well, I guess because I'm a man, I can go bald. But girls go bald too, so I don't know. She probably lost her edges messing with those wigs and glue. Probably. Thank you, Miss Val. Make sure you guys, for the reminder, make sure you guys hit that like button, turn on notifications, share the video, and join the tribe and subscribe. I love that. Did B. Scott mention his girl Kenya is to be the small screen too? Has Marlo seen Joe Biden lately? Those hair plugs don't last. But Kenya's on the big screen and small screen. So, I don't think that really, I think B. Scott did do, B. Scott did report about her being on the small screen, but she's going to be back on the big screen too. So my storyline going to be how to get edges in 60 days, I guess. Put on a wig and keep it moving. Absolutely. Her edges are bad because the glue from the wig eats up the hair. That's why you can't wear them all the time. Well, Karen got glueless wigs now, so maybe they can start using those. All right, so let's move to our next story. Now, I was seeing this last night live, but I also went to the Jasmine brand because I know they were going to probably break it down. Nivea went off on the internet last night, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen it from this personal trainer. His name is Daryl Patterson. And the report says after a guy named Daryl Patterson denied that he was in a relationship with her, the Never Had a Girl Like Me singer unleashed alleged text messages from her man. The 39-year-old shared screenshots of her private conversation with Daryl on Instagram story on Sunday, August the 15th, and a message that he sent on February 24th. Daryl could be seen telling the musician, "Thinking about you, will been thinking about you." Now, he also talked about having sex with her too in the messages as I read them. Nivea went off last night on the internet. On Beyonce's internet, Nivea went off last night. And I was like, whoa. That was a lot. Let me see if I can find this one. She showed all their text messages and everything. Oh yeah, the guys. She texted him, "I'm so happy to have met you, and that I'm being granted to opportunity to work with you." And I'm reading what she wrote, so I'm not mixing up the words. What she wrote. That I'm being granted to opportunity to work with you. You are so great at what and all you do. Thank you for helping me on my journey. He said, "Listen, I'm here for it all. I truly believe in the mission, and more importantly, in that cat with these little squirty signs. Y'all can see it for yourself. It's the cat." That's what he said. That's what the man had said. So that's what the man had said. And then she said, "Yes, that shit is." He said that shit is ridiculous. He said that. That's what the man said. The man had said that right here. What the man had said. And they had a few other, I think it was like another one about them having sex. So that man and Nivea, I don't know what had happened, but that was a lot. That was a lot that was going on. And who had this? Let me see. I think it's the Jasmine brand. Because I didn't even need to look at them, because I saw this last night with my own eyes. Is it Love Be Scott? Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 minute so I can find out who has. Y'all can go see it. I thought I put this in my notes. Who posted this? I didn't, but I can post it. I can post it on something. I posted it on my stories on Instagram so y'all can see what she posted. But she went in on that man and the messages, because a lot of these were old messages. But then she posted one that he texted her. I think it was like the day before yesterday or something like that. I wouldn't trust Kenya's wigs. They fly off. Karen's wigs, they fly off. No, not her new wigs. Not her new wigs. What's up? Make it make sense. I like the backdrop, Deb. Thank you so much. You Patty. I rarely glue a wig down. I take that ish off. So what sugar daddy paid for Marlo's hair surgery? Now, we don't know that, DT. And unfortunately, Juan is not down in Atlanta, so I can't ask him. Yes, hit that like button. Hey, Prince says, if Marlo doesn't come back next season with edges after all this, she should just start wearing hats. And they have those hats with the hair to come out of them now too. So she could wear those wigs, and we probably wouldn't even know. PSA 139 watching and only yes and 119 likes. Please make sure you hit that like button on this video, y'all. Hit that like button. You're making it make sense. Exactly. Me too. That ish gets out of here in Arizona. Oh, it gets hot out here in Arizona. Plus, I had bad experience gluing my hair. I didn't know that y'all was still gluing down wigs now. I didn't know. Well, I've never glued down a wig, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. All right, so the last story that I have, y'all, is Cardi B defending Lizzo after she had an emotional breakdown about the negative comments. And I really want to make a funny joke, which I think I'm gonna still make, because she needs that woman that's on that other channel that tells that man to read the positive comments in her life. She does. Just read the positive comments, Lizzo. Cardi B has come out in the defense of Lizzo after the Good as Hell singer was seen breaking down during an Instagram live session while reading negative comments. For the most part, she said, for the most part, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't care. She said, during the live stream, I just think when I'm working this hard, my tolerance gets lower. My patience is lower. I'm more sensitive and it gets to me. Now, I really feel bad for Lizzo. And I love that Cardi B came to her defense. Cardi B said, I hope y'all can see that. It says, loving yourself in a world that don't love you back takes an incredible amount of self-awareness and a bullshit detector that can see through ass backwards societal standards. If you manage to love yourself today, I'm proud of you. If you haven't, I'm still proud of you. This shit hurts. And I think that this is a really positive message. I also want to point out something that really bothers me about this Lizzo situation. Let me remove this. I think that it's really weird that people were okay with, and I love Monique, so no backlash about Monique, this comment about the make. But I think that it's really weird that people celebrated and they love the Parkers when Monique was a desperate, overweight woman trying to get a man who didn't want her until it was about to end, and then he finally wanted her. That show always triggered me because I was like, that is so sad. Even kind of Kim was doing that too. But then Lizzo is out and she's like, I'm gonna love this body, y'all gonna love it too. And she's getting a lot of backlash. I think that it's very irresponsible of how we treat people who, don't look the best way that y'all think that they should look, because people definitely celebrated Monique when she was making fun of herself and other big women, even though she used that and was, I guess, empowering bigger people. But Lizzo didn't have to make fun of herself to do it, and she's getting a lot of backlash. And I think that I hate that. I really don't like that. I hate it. The price of fame, shake my head. I'm eternally nationally hood famous. Shot at this rate, you should be afraid to make acquaintance with people on your job because of all of your business. I'll be on the internet. I love Lizzo. Cardi's collab. It's on repeat while I'm in the gym. I feel empowered listening to Lizzo. That song was terrible. She has a low self-esteem. She probably does because, the way that she's talking about herself and empowering herself and other big women is not look that good. But when Monique was making fun of big women and herself and making jokes out of it, it was funny. But that's growing up, I seen that a lot with bigger girls. Like they make fun of themselves so other people wouldn't make fun of them. Lizzo didn't give that approach, and it's not, people aren't receiving it. I don't understand it. I hated that about that show. Me too. Hey everyone, I'm late. I was homeschooling my son. What's going on, Chi-Town, Nigerian girl? We're glad you made it. SoDebNair, the princess, did a very comprehensive live with Sinitra yesterday on Sinitra's live. I enjoyed it. Oh, thank you so much, DT. Lizzo can pay a team to delete her negative comments. She needs to stay away from the negative energy. Lizzo's talent speaks for itself. She does not need validation. I don't think she does either, but I understand it though. I listened to the song last night. It was terrible. But people aren't criticizing the song, they're criticizing her. So I don't think they're just criticizing her. Lizzie makes big girls into a caricature. I think Monique did that more than she does. I think she's just really trying to show that she's confident in herself. That's my own personal take on it. Confident people don't have to prove they're confident. I think that she's doing it for bigger people to show that they don't have to come out and make fun of themselves. And I mean, I'm just going to take it from my own personal perspective. Growing up, I did see a lot of like bigger girls do this. And a lot of my friends were bigger girls. And I used to ask them, like, why do you make fun of yourself so much? I didn't understand it. I would have loved the Lizzo approach. So, I mean, maybe she feels like that. I don't know. I don't know Lizzo personally, but that's how I take her. It's up in there in chat. I'm late, but you're still here, so it's all that matters. And welcome. Lizzo. First, Lizzo's insecure. I think that she is, and I think she's trying to show that she's not. I think she's trying to prove that she doesn't have to be insecure. I think she's helping a lot of people more than people understand. Yes, I saw that show. It got on my nerves. I saw the video, but I didn't watch it. But I say she was upset. I think she needs to take a social media break, probably. If you listen to the lyrics, you can't help but to criticize her. I actually didn't see the video first. I heard the song, and I like the song. I feel like she's trying to force us to love her, and she just needs to love herself regardless of her size. I think that she has, again, I think that she understands her audience, and it may not be all of us, you know. And you know, a lot of times I tell you guys, and I can speak from the Lil Nas X perspective. I think that she kind of does what he does for the LGBTQIA plus community. I think for bigger girls, like she does get, I see a lot of girls. There's a lot of girls on TikTok that redo her videos, that did the dance routines to her. Like they get confidence from her, but the rest of the world just not receiving it for some reason. I do like Lizzo, but she is definitely insecure, and it shows. Me too late, and I'm actually at a conference working the registration desk. Please forgive me. Oh, you're good. You're fine, Delcinia. Agree. A social media break will do her great. Defense mechanism, because I know you're going to come at me about my weight, so I will say it first. Right, Miss Bernice. Right. And I think Monique did that too, but I don't feel like it was healthy though. And it's like, I think Lizzo did it like, yo, I'm gonna show this off. I don't even think that I feel like Lizzo is insecure. I personally just don't feel like that. I feel like she's like, y'all, this is what it is. And you're gonna see this body because I see it every day. And it needs to be normalized. I mean, even if you think about Tyler Perry, they talked about how he showed, you know, what big black people look like on TV. So I think that, you know, maybe she's overdoing it, but maybe we are a older age range. Maybe we don't understand it, but also looking at TikTok, I don't see that because the people that are redoing her videos are probably like my age. So I don't know. I agree her lyrics are not for me. Okay. Lizzo needs to take a break for social media. I agree social media can be a tough space. I think she does not need to not read the comments. I think she needs a therapist and a better team to protect her from social media. Make it make sense. Lizzo is a crossover act. Her music doesn't always resonate in her own community. Yeah, I agree with that. Make it make sense. Lizzo don't bother no one. They need to leave her alone. It's not criticism. It's bullying. I'm a big girl. I need to no representation by anyone who has to be over the top for. But I mean, I think that's you though. I think that's you because I do know girls like Lizzo. and they do like that helps them. So I mean, I can agree with you, but I also feel like what you were saying on Nosey's channel earlier today is different too. Like it's different size people. So I mean, you're not Lizzo's size, so I could see why you say that. I think as a big girl to break the society perspective is hard. Absolutely. Since back in the day, being a big girl was seen as beautiful. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Happy Motivational Monday. What's going on, Shrink and Sharon? Agree, Princess. I feel like she represents Liz, whatever that is. Oh, Lizzo. Heaux, Shrink and Sharon. I agree. So, okay. I'm big. I won't lie. I come from a culture where we consider shapely big girls as beautiful. I think there are some girls who resonate with Lizzo and others who don't. Absolutely. That's what I think. But I think that we stop people. I think that people who haven't experienced what Lizzo experiences or have experienced don't understand it, so they turn it down instead of just letting her speak her piece and give her mind and empower the people who are empowered by her. Because I'm going to tell you, I know people personally who are inspired by Lizzo, because a lot of those girls that I know don't feel like they can lose the weight. I've seen them go through many things trying to lose weight, and it just doesn't work for them. So I think that we might be missing the mark with this. You have to have thick skin when you are a celebrity or in social media. People will love you one day and hate you the next. I so agree. Hey, so I'm late to the chat. Good afternoon. Oh, what's going on, Brown Skin Beauty? I love Lizzo and I feel really bad for her. I feel like she's always getting fat shamed. It's a form of bullying. I'm dark-skinned, full-figured woman. See what I'm saying? Like, some people are taking it different ways, but we don't experience the stuff that Lizzo has experienced. So I don't think it's our place to say that, like to judge what she's doing, because she's helping people, whether we know it or not. She really is. It's not beauty. I meant to in the last. Oh, okay. Beautiful. Okay. I remember words can hurt people. Absolutely. I've been a big girl since 9/18/83. We're like 4 days apart. And it has never hurt my feelings when people call me fat. However, I feel like Lizzo be doing too much with the naked stuff. I can see that. But I also feel like if people that are smaller than her can do it, then why is that so out of line for her to do it? My baby sister is a big girl and she is confident now, but she hasn't always been that way. I will say that she is very conscious of what she wears. Okay. If Cardi can twerk naked on videos, then Lizzo can twerk naked in videos, period. Beauty is subjective. I agree with this. I agree. Hey, SoDebNair, what's going on? The plus size Black women have been marginalized in Western culture as sexual mammy and undesirable Monique Parker. Lizzie wants to be seen as wholly acceptable, as beautiful. I agree. I think Monique only lost the weight because her husband manager required her to for a career in his preference. Yeah. Big women are held to a different standard than big men. Why is that? I have no idea. I mean, I'll tell you this, Shan. I'm not that big, but people look at me as a big guy in the gay community. So they have a thing that's called No Fast, No Films. Women look at me like I'm like the best thing smoking. Gay men don't all the time. So I don't know. That's a really good point. I don't know. Hello, dear Shrink and Sharon. Hope all is well. I'm a big girl. I can judge. Often she is tacky. She works too hard to be seen. But Princess, I've seen you though. Like you're not her size though. I think it's different. To me, it's just some people being fat phobic. Yeah, I think some people are. Some people just don't understand it. And everything everybody doesn't have to understand everything. But if she's helping people, I think people need to back up off of it because she's helping people. The music industry has an image to maintain, and you have to fit into that image. This is unfortunate. That's very true, Kamal. I love Lizzo, and she is a beautiful woman, and you have to love the skin you're in no matter what, and that's why I love her. Me too. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. Making sense. Yes, beauty is subjective. Absolutely. Coming from a fellow fat girl, Lizzo is an inspiration. See? Hey, SoDebNair, how are you doing? I'm doing great. I don't like seeing none of those hoes naked at the time, regardless of size. So, I mean, it may not be something that, that's not for you, period. So it's not just Lizzo, it's just period. But I think that we have to let her, do her thing. We just don't have to watch it. Thank you, Shrink, and sharing, y'all. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit that hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. Thank you so much. Big word. I don't feel like I'm big. I mean, I think I'm a thicker guy, but yeah, I mean, I fit in no fat, no film. I'm not judging the naked twerking. I'm happy they can do it. It's the lyrics that disturb me. They give me pause. Okay, that makes sense. That's totally fine. That actually makes sense. Folks weren't complaining when Rihanna was doing it. Yeah, I mean, I don't do it when a lot of the smaller girls do it. So we are all lumped in together. I'm not skinny. You think so? I mean, I'm not a woman. So I don't know. I just think, I guess from the guys I know that do date women, like I don't see that. Miss Reese said, House of Princess, you hit the nail on the head. They want to shame Lizzo back into a box to make them comfortable and superior. She needs to get her own self-esteem together first. I don't think that her self-esteem is low, though. Just stop judging people. So much negativity in this world. Just stop it. All the rumors about me are true, too. I don't see why Lizzo bothers people so much. Like, just don't look at it. I like staying in my lane. Yeah. Thank you, Black Diamond. I'm good some of the time, not all the time. Please show me that you have something more for me to offer. Listen, I know some guys that they're back from home. They will eat you up, eat you alive. They will love you. People have forgotten home training. If you have nothing nice to say, please thank and excuse me. Thank you, excuse me. Leave folks another and be nothing alone and be nice. Northern states in Alabama, as we quote Commodores, 36, 24, 36. What a winning hand. But in NOLA, 60s, big butt, hips, and thighs were considered fine. Everyone had their standards. I feel, what's going on, Diana? I feel that society continues to move the mark on what's considered overweight. Yeah, if you've seen that thing on the list, what is overweight, I'm obese. So I live in a very fat phobic city. We are known for being a fit city. Fat folks, gay or straight, have one heck of a time in the dating pool here. Yeah, I wish I had just a speck of Lizzo's confidence. Wow. Lizzo is probably a coming of age artist. We will watch her growth over time. Many young girls and women will learn how to manage this moment in their lives. I so agree. You're not big. You're more muscular. I have not one muscle. None. Donations are appreciated, but not required. Thank you. Thank you so much. Lizzo is an entertainer. She is putting on a show. Absolutely. Vesta was a big girl. The music industry and public bashed her. She lost the weight, her self-worth, and everything else, including her life. I mean, you can even look at the Dream Girls. Effie didn't even win until after she went through all that stuff with Dina. All the judgment had Cardi and Little Kim running to the plastic surgeons. That's very true. Make it make sense. I hope Lizzo doesn't fall victim to that mindset. Even Jasmine Sullivan felt pressure to lose weight. That's very true. That's very true. I think Lizzo is a really pretty girl, but maybe she needs to turn off the comments if they are that triggering to her. I mean, yeah, I think so. But maybe she wants to read the good ones. You know, I don't know. Maybe she has somebody pull the good comments. So Deb is very tall, like my son. After 6 feet with 220 pounds or more, you are huge. My 13-year-old is 6 feet 2 and 185 big guy. LOL. Yeah, I'm 5'11". I'm a size 8, and I've had guys tell me I could be smaller. Yeah, see? Hey, man, was you making great points? Yeah, he is. He's making really great points. How twisted is that? Wow. The fact that she is often so triggered is a red flag that she is insecure. She has admitted to the insecurities. Well, I'm not saying that she's not insecure. I said maybe I don't think that it's all insecurity though. I think that I think she tries to scroll through the comments to read the good stuff. I mean, even when I'll take me for an example, like even when I read through the comments, I still see things that I don't like. It doesn't trigger me to like cry on the internet about it unless it's about like y'all. The stuff that's about me, I really don't care about. But I think that she should be able to go through the comments and read more positive comments than negative comments. Lizzo fat shamers are basically angry that she has the nerve to own and exploit her own sexuality for her own benefit. That is insane. It is insane, man. I mean, I can relate to that. I used to think that about Little Kim, but she had revealed that she got surgery because of her boyfriend broke her naps. Her naps. Hey, what's going on? Don't tell me, tell the people. What's going on? Nose, not nap. Oh, nose. Okay. I was like, the naps. How they break the naps? I'm gonna drop the link if y'all want to come up here. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let me stop sharing my screen. All right, so I just pinned the link in the chat. So if y'all want to come up here and talk for a little while, what time is it? We can do that. Look at Jennifer Hudson and Tamela Mann. Both went under gastric bypass surgery. Reasons different, but ultimately it was acceptance. There's acceptance for business purposes, likeness. Yeah, I think that weight is different for other people because some people don't mind their weight, some people do. But I think Lizzo showing that she's okay with her weight, it's triggering for some people. I also think that having to take on such a burden is bad for her. So, I really want her to, I don't think that she's doing nothing wrong. What's going on, sis?
Just clean your area right there in the floor.
And that one over there too.
Right here.
What's up, princess?
Hey, this is my trainer. Hey, can you give me 1 second?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you backstage again.
Not you.
Oh, sure.
Give me like 3 minutes. I can't even see myself. All right. That's my trainer. So I could be fat no more. But so I'm gonna say this and say it. I don't want to be misunderstood about what I'm thinking and what I'm saying. because I know what a big girl struggle is. Now, big now is the definition is different from what it used to be. Okay, I was always big because I'm chesty, I'm thick, so I never did run with the little girls. No matter how flexible I was, no matter how cute I was, no matter how I could hang with them, I was always treated like a big girl. I could have been a size 12, I could be a size 26. It's the same. You're treated the same if you're not skinny and you ain't got no little bitty belly. I'm not into fat shaming. That's not what I'm saying. And Jennifer Hudson did not have gastric bypass. She went to Weight Watchers, okay? She never admitted that. Nobody ever said that. She lost weight the natural way and went to the gym. And I know somebody sings background for her. She has a little bit of hanging skin. Okay, you can tell that she lost the weight naturally. Also, I just think I don't think it has attributed my age. Like if you twerking, sometimes I like when Lizzo twerks. I like when she wear her little funny outfits because I'm a Lizzo fan. But there are other days that I feel like some of the shit she does it hurts the big girl movement. It hurts us because other people look at us like we clowns. Like, oh, she always got her ass out. Like that shit at the baseball or the basketball place. That was ignorant. I don't care what size you are. That shit was ignorant to come in there like that with your whole ass out. It doesn't matter about size. And then for us, we have to work double because of the way people look at us as big girls. Like, look at her. She don't know how to dress. She a clown. So I think it's important for us to be mindful. Yes, we do need to dress a different way because you got a whole bunch more skin. Matter of fact, look, I was listening to her earlier. You got a whole bunch more skin. You got to say you like, sometimes that shit ain't sexy to look at, okay? Your 5 stomachs. Everybody don't want to see that, just the same as I don't want to see the black off a little skinny girl's asses. I'm walking down the street. Like, I'm like, have some class about yourself at any size. And we have to be extra mindful as big girls because they do make fun of us. They do snicker about us behind our back. They do make comments. So it doesn't look good for the big girl movement if that's what you're trying to lead with body positivity. You still have to maintain yourself to look decent, okay? If you want to wear your booty shorts, it's plenty of big girls that wear their booty shorts with their cheeks out just like the skinny girls do. But don't sit up there and just every picture you got your whole ass out. You don't even have no ass. Lizzo don't have no ass. She got crack. Okay, it's like, okay, girl, you don't even have the body for it. So,
but I think that she's also just trying to normalize some things because just think about like Little Kim and Nicki Minaj.
Naked on the street in front of my kids.
But listen though. What about Little Kim and Nicki Minaj with the one titty out? Like
it was still whole shit. And that,
but it wasn't looked at as bad though.
When Diana Ross was like, really, what the fuck is this? That's it was.
But I don't think it was down there because then Nicki Minaj went and repeated it. So I don't think that they looked at it as bad as Lizzo doing what she did.
It's the same.
Granted,
but I'm not going to say that the world is ready for Lizzo to have a titty out. Of course not. Of course she's getting extra because of her size. But I'm saying don't make it worse on you by just doing extra shit because, you think it's like, you said something about me. Let me do worse. Let me do better than it. It's not that type of fight. You don't have to go out of your way to prove yourself to the world. Just be who you are. You don't have to be so outlandish all the goddamn time. Because sometimes she look really nice. And then somebody say something about her and then she go crying. And then next thing you know, she got her ass and she got 2 dots on her titties. Like, girl, no. And your skinny friends are not really your friends because I got friends of all sizes and they will tell me, girl, if I even thought about doing some shit that's not becoming to my shape, girl, no, don't do that. That's not cute. Your skinny friends always the one get you fucked up. Go with the thick friends that know, honey, no, you need to change that top and they really care about you.
Thank you, Shan, for the super chat. Great chat. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shan.
I don't know. I think I feel this differently because I think it's a struggle. I think it's not a struggle, but I think that she's fighting for the people that look like her. to be able to do the same things because they want to be free. I mean, I think like
well,
even me going
just step away from the table. Just go exercise. I mean, really, it's just that simple too. Okay, ain't nobody really supposed to be fat. Let's be real. You're not supposed to be fat, and it's people bigger than that, bigger than her. You know, we're not supposed to be. I don't enjoy huffing and puffing, going up and down the stairs, and you know, you gotta, like I said last night, washing in between the fat rolls, and you can't move like you want to. It's still that's why her ass is working out, because she got to be able to move around on that stage and blow that flute at the same time. Don't be fooled, okay? You know, we can sit up here and say body positivity all day. You're supposed to love who you are in your skin every day. Yes, but let's be real. Shit, you fat, okay? It ain't always fun being fat. That's why this motherfucking trainer is calling me now, because I ain't gonna be fat.
I don't know. I'm riding the fence with this because I really I think I just feel I understand what she's saying.
Some days I love her, but some days I think she just do too much extra. Where's the knife to open this? He's on my herbs. I think sometimes she just do too much extra sometimes, but that comes with age. I think she's 20-some years old, and you do young and dumb stuff, and she also has to grow up. That's why she get to crying when these people talking about her. You didn't think about the shit before you did it. Y'all might be mad at me because I said what I said. I walked the good big girl walk, okay? And the small girls talk about me. How many times I go to video shoots and the little skinny girls look at me like, why is they hugging on you, or why is you in the video because you big? Like, I've had all that kind of stuff happen to me.
But imagine not being able to go to a Lizzo video and being able to be who they are without all that. I just think that there has been I'm telling you, from what I've grown up with, like I've grown up, but listen, I've grown up with all shapes and sizes of people, you know, in my family and my friends. Most of my friends back home are girls. I wouldn't like, they dress the way they dress, but they're so conscious about how they dress. And I always was like, you know, I just think I didn't look at them as, you know, as like, oh, you too big to do this or this or that. I just think that it's so great to see someone doing like this. Now, if Lizzo decides to lose weight, you know, maybe she'll take people on a journey. We don't know what her motive is or what her actual assignment is on this earth, but I think that she's doing something that's just different, and people are uncomfortable with it. But that's what a lot of things that people are just not it's not normal to them. They are uncomfortable with it. But the more that people start to see it, the more that, you know, it will start helping people to stop having low self-esteem. It may take down some of the people that want to decide to take it out, their lives away. There's so much that she's doing that people are just not acknowledging.
She is. She does inspire people. But like I said, it's sometimes she just do extra and it takes away. And it don't usually be during her shows and stuff. It's just like all her regular life. You know,
I don't think she's doing nothing different than anybody else is doing, though.
You walk around, your girlfriends walk around with their ass out, with a t-shirt with the ass.
No, I'm talking about entertainment, especially the female rappers.
That when you're out at the beach and you just got to take pictures of you with your ass out with your friends and post them on Instagram. Like, yeah, I mean,
most of the female rappers are doing that, though.
They do that, but they don't go out of their way to post all their ass on the internet. Like, regular people don't really do that.
But it's not. She's not in a regular people's space. She's an entertainer, and most of the female rappers, they're doing that.
Fine.
But that's what they're doing that on their Instagram page all the time. I can go on Cardi B, I can go on Meg Thee Stallion, I can go on Nicki Minaj, I can go on Little Kim, on all them.
Whole dress to the baby's birthday party. Like, what the fuck? You know, it's all the same. It's all the same.
But I think that you're missing that. Like, she's an entertainer. All the girls in the league that she's in, Saweetie, she was just on the Paris, the cooking show she got on Netflix. Well, her whole ass is almost out. The people that are in the business she's in, she's doing that. They're doing that. Huh?
It's not cute. I don't care who it is. It's not cute. It's not cute.
But they're also not getting the backlash that Lizzo's getting, though.
Oh.
Saweetie, Cardi, Meg, Nicki, they're not getting this backlash.
I do. But Meg has made a brand out of selling ass.
I just think she's doing the stuff that her peers are doing.
And does she have to do what they're doing?
She doesn't have to, but I don't. But I feel like if it's okay for them, then why is it so bad for her to do it?
We want to have a mature mouth with immature actions. She doesn't put grace and class in her actors. Yes, she will grow up regardless of size. Yeah, I didn't know I was getting two of these.
Thank you, Miss Val. She said, I think we want her to have a mature mouth with her immature actions. She hasn't put grace in class in her act as of yet. She will grow up regardless of size. I don't think Little Kim was out being politically correct when she first came out as a young person. None of them were. But as time goes on, she will grow and her audience will grow with her.
But Kim ain't never grown up.
I think Kim is a lot different as a mother.
She's still showing ass and titty.
Not as much as she was, though.
Yeah, that's not what most people goals and inspiration is. Yes.
But we're talking about two different types. We're talking about entertainers and regular, everyday people, though.
But what y'all missing is those entertainers inspire regular, everyday people. It's somebody out there that's going to be just like them. Okay? I don't tell anybody to police your children that way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your job as the parent. But now with all this nakedness all over TV, like I can't go outside without people. They look a damn fool. I get tired of seeing a black off everybody's ass. It's like y'all don't even know when to wear that shit. You just go everywhere with the stuff on. It's no class anymore.
Right. But I think you're talking about something. I think it's about something different to me, because you're talking about what you're tired of. I understand you're tired of people being naked, period. I get it.
But Cher had her ass out. Okay. Cher. But I have to use her small because everybody was small back then. But do you see her walking around like regular life? You know, had you ever seen her less than class?
But Cher doesn't have the same struggle as Lizzo, though, Princess. DGF 627 said, thanks to Lizzo, a chubby girl may go confidently to the beach in a one piece rather than stay home and miss the experience.
That's a personal problem, because I know plenty of big girls that went out to the beach like that, and it was plenty of people that made the way and paved the way before Lizzo came along.
But there are plenty of people who are sitting at home that are getting inspiration from Lizzo, saying that they can go out and be free and live their life on a regular day life like that are Lizzo size.
I don't dispute that.
I understand that you're tired of seeing people. I understand you started saying their asses out and their titties out, and you don't see naked people. But let's look at the positive side of what she's doing, though.
When she goes way over the top to try to top what she did last week, that's what I'm saying.
What she do last week?
Well, I'm just saying on the general basis, like she'll say, oh, like in the song, she say, oh, you didn't like that last week. Wait till I do something else. And it's like, no, then that means you're not doing it organically and naturally. That's not true. You're just doing it for a gimmick. You're just doing it to get a reaction out of people. It shouldn't be because you're doing it to get a reaction.
I think that y'all take it that way, though. I don't think that she's doing it for a reaction to people. I think that people who don't want to see it or don't receive it are saying that. I don't think that that's true. I don't think that that's true.
That's my issue. That's what she's doing. It's just attention-seeking behavior I'm not with.
I think you're saying that because that's you don't have her experience.
How can you say I don't? I'm an entertainer. I've been in the industry before that girl was born.
But she has a way bigger platform. There are big girls. I'm telling you that people are following Lizzo and they're just like Monique did it. Even though I didn't like the way Monique did it, I never really complained about it out loud. But I was like, I don't think talking about myself and making jokes about fat people is like the thing to do, because that makes me feel like it's a lower makes me have low self-esteem.
So Lizzo could run. And back in those days, that was the only way that you was getting in here. Okay. They wasn't even giving us shots. I tell you, I wasn't even that big when I go look back at it. I had titties. Okay. They wasn't even giving us shots, letting us in the room before then.
No, I understand that. I remember Tyler Perry and them talking about that with the House of Pain, about the lady who plays Ella. I know all that stuff, but I'm just saying.
This is what I'm talking about. With
the way that they're doing things, like I think that Lizzo, she's 20 years old. She's in her 20s. She's not gonna do things the way that we're gonna do things in our 30s and our 40s.
I hope not. That's all I'm saying.
But I think as she grows up in time, she will change, and the people that are following her will change with her because she's encouraging them.
Because she's encouraged. See, this is my thing. I'm fearful of it's not just, oh, we're gonna do this in our 20s, because I'm looking at what's to the left or right of me, and the new generation is not growing up. They're not changing. They still being just.
But they're still in their 20s. They're still in their 20s.
They're still being just as immature in their 30s and 40s, and people is reaching back to their 20 because they see this 20-year-old girl. Unfortunately, it's the 40-year-old women that's trying to go back and be like this 20-year-old girl instead of being the mothers and the aunties that we should be. You know, as they grow older, the generation ain't got no sense, ain't getting none.
I know for me, the girls who love Little Kim and Foxy Brown growing up, they are not doing those same things as adults and as mothers now in their 30s, and some of them are in their 40s. They're not doing the same thing they were doing back in their 20s.
We're not. I'm talking about this generation right behind.
Well, then you got to get them time to get to their 30s and their 40s. They're still in their 20s, living life, having fun.
I'm seeing the people in the 30s. It's a good percentage of them. Ooh, Lord. I'm like, I don't see no maturity coming.
I want to read what Ms. Dredd said. Ms. Dredd said, yes, but there's a difference when a big girl wears a swimsuit to the beach or the pool versus wearing clothes close to nothing just to go out to Walmart.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It don't have to be like that all the time.
But Lizzo's wearing risky clothes to Walmart?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. She wearing the shit all the time. Like, you just going over the top with the shit. Like, come on, girl. Just put on some pants today. You know, like, I don't have to see it all the time. When you're entertaining, I'm here for it. But just to go do, you don't have to do that just every day just to be doing it.
I just think that her messages has to be screamed a little bit louder. That's how I feel. Wrong roll said, I think that if Saweetie I think if we allow Saweetie to exist as we should allow Lizzo to exist as she is. Saweetie literally is Lizzo, but then light and exotical. Trash music, trash diet.
You know what? I ain't never seen Saweetie. I don't watch her too much, so.
Well, I mean, we see Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion's ass is out every single wear.
On my nerves sometimes. I'm like, do she have to clap her ass in every video? Like, girl, you know, you could cook, you pretty, you got other talents, and I think it takes away from her clapping her ass all the time.
I don't know. I'm conflicted with this.
I think you're going in the right direction, but you're just not quite understanding because you don't have the struggle. You don't know the struggle, so I don't expect.
I mean, I don't have it from a woman's perspective. But again, I mean, like I said, in the gay community, I'm considered fat. So I mean, I think I still wear stuff that may not. I don't wear it everywhere I go either, though. But I understand. I mean, I guess I just understand it because of the girls that I've been around. I grew up around, so I don't know.
Big girl acceptance is real.
I just asked my sister who's a plus size woman, and she said that she's looking for big girl acceptance but herself out there before someone else does. A lot of people have said that in the comment section, like she's trying to basically kill the jokes before they make them about her.
You can never do that.
What Monique did.
You grow up, you realize you can never do that. It doesn't matter what you wear. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. It's always going to be somebody that's going to say something. That's where it comes with the self-esteem and the validation part comes in.
But what is saying her about all the time? What is saying her about? I don't see her about all the time. I know it a hell of a lot. Maybe I'll just be missing it because I don't see Lizzo's butt all the time. I know I see a lot of these other girls' butts, their ass, their titties, and everything else all the time.
Don't show her ass and titties just as much as they do.
But why is there no uproar about them then? I agree with Princess. There is a time and a place for everything. I believe some things are where something she wears is for shock value. I mean, but she's an entertainer. That's her job, y'all. If y'all not talking about her, then
to be naked. That's not.
It's no her job. No, I'm talking about the shock value.
You don't have to look like that.
I'm agreeing with the shock value part. It's her job. If y'all not talking about her, then she fades away because she has to fight a little bit harder
about that
to stay relevant.
Her talent. We're not looking at her, listening to her beautiful music and knowing all of her talent. We look at her because her ass out. You know, then that takes you not really buying the records all the time because you just are, oh, you talking about it because her ass out. That grows old.
I don't know. Thank you again, Shan, for the super chat. Fantastic show. Thank you. Her consider fat. How are you considered fat? You are nowhere near it, even if you gain 100 pounds. I'm telling y'all, I mean, I don't feel personally like I'm fat, but
I'm telling you,
in this community, I'm fat.
Baby. It looks like a floaty before you.
Right, my stomach looks like a floaty, so therefore you're not about to catch me nowhere near a 2-piece of lettuce and a chicken box.
I just feel Lizzo don't have no booty.
They said princesses being double standard. They want Lizzo in a box, so they comfortable. They don't want Lizzo thinking she Cardi B. That's scary for they.
Again, I get tired of seeing Cardi B's ass all the time. It don't matter what size it is. Okay? Let's be clear. I get tired of seeing your ass all the time. Why can't you just entertain me the regular way sometimes?
Well, why? Okay, and I'm reading this. Every time I see Lizzo, I see booty. Go to her Instagram. I don't follow her Instagram. That's why I don't see her ass all the time. It's simple. Like, just don't be on her Instagram.
Well, I see the shit on the news. Damn.
I don't see it on the news at all. I rarely hear about it unless she makes a new video. What's going on, Miss Drea?
Oh, nothing much. I'm gonna have to agree with this one with Princess on this one. So deal. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with her on this one because it's almost kind of like it's different, but it's the equivalency to like how you showed the video at the beginning with the girl at the concert with Moneybagg Yo.
Mm-hmm.
By this time, now that you have made a video talking about I don't like Ari and all of this other stuff, you're doing it for attention. Mm-hmm. So now what's going to happen is once that video goes super viral and everybody start coming for her, then she's going to be sitting down in the closet crying because people are attacking her. But it's what you put out. Don't put that type of stuff out because you know that's it's not so much of you're not worried about what other people see or what other people think of you, but at some point you can't do outrageous stuff and then expect not to have backlash for it. We don't want to I mean, people call me fat all the time. It don't bother me because I've been fat for 38 years. And if I'm still here, it ain't took me out by now, it's not going to take me out. You have to have tough skin because if I wanted to be small that bad, I would do what I needed to do to get small. I mean, I could lose a few pounds and, I'm okay with that. But if I don't, I'm okay with that too. You can't call me fat and make me go sit in the corner and cry. But you don't go out. I'm sorry. You just don't do that. It's too much.
I get what y'all are saying, but I also just feel like she's not y'all's audience. I think this is kind of like the Lil Nas X conversation that we were having before. Her antics are not for our age range, and maybe her music may not be because people don't like it. But I think that what she's doing is for a certain audience of people, but everyone else wants to chime in on it. Yes, it's hurtful, and maybe she's doing too much for some of y'all, but y'all have to let her do whatever she's called to do. Everybody's not called to everybody, but if some people, because there's people in the chat that said they understand it, that she's inspiring them, that she's making them feel comfortable, let those people have that. Because if there's no Lizzo, they may never see someone who's confident like that in their bodies. And again, Lizzo could take all these people and then make, she might go on a weight loss journey. Everybody might go with her. if it's, you know, for health reasons and it's for them, but y'all not even letting her get in the door to do the work, to start the work. And I think that that's not okay because it stops people from being okay. And again, my main focus is self-esteem. Y'all want her having low self-esteem, but she's also building up other people's self-esteem.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that. Like the first time that I ever really can recall actually seeing Lizzo was I don't know if it was the BET Awards or the Grammys when she came out and she had when she played that flute and she had on her leotard and her tights or whatever.
I love that performance.
Was awesome. That was awesome. So when you do stuff like that, yes, that's fine. But once it gets to the point where you start taking off layers of clothes and you jiggling stomach and backs everywhere, like, no, you need to put that up. We don't like that's too much. We already know you got it. You can't hide it. You know what I'm saying? Even with us big girls, if we go out and wear waist trainers and stuff, at the end of the day, yes, you may see, oh, she has, you know, you might from the outside looking in, you might not know that I have on a waist trainer, but you know that I'm not little. So the fat ain't going nowhere. It's there. We already know it's there. But you don't have to go out and just show it to everybody. You can inspire us big girls by just not saying that you have to be dressed like a nun everywhere you go, or you got to put on a church robe.
But that's what that's what it's given though to me. It's like you have to have on so many layers of clothes. I personally, if I was Lizzo, I don't feel like I can feel sexy. If I'm going to show my ass off, that's my own personal prerogative. And if other people are being inspired by it, then I don't feel like that I should be shunned by the world from it because my counterparts are doing it. No one's saying anything about it. But when I do it, it's a big problem. Everybody's like, well, I'm so sick of singing it and I hate the music. So now it's just like, it to me, it just becomes a problem when people are voicing this out loud on the internet. And yes, everybody has trolls, everybody has it, but I think that there's the people push their foot down on the gas a little bit harder for Lizzo.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about the approach. I admire her for having, well, what she said was self-esteem, but after she did all of this and, you know, saying she had all this self-esteem, then like a couple of weeks later, she went online and talked about how happy she not is, or that probably wasn't the right grammar, but y'all get what I'm saying. She has talked about being insecure, and when you come out and you doing all of this and you act like you're so comfortable, and then a couple of days or a couple of weeks later you talk about how insecure you are, it's just showing that you are trying to play like you're secure with yourself. So you're going out and you're doing all of this, and it's only making it worse for you. You need to get your mental together first, so that way you can handle when people are coming at you. Like, I mean, like I said, you can call me fat all day long, but it's not going to bother me. But if I know that I put on something that I don't have no business wearing, something that's too little or too tight, or it's like you purposely looking for attention, and you don't have to do that. Lizzo grabbed our attention when she went out. Like I said, she had on her leotard. She didn't have on a lot of clothes then, but she was presentable. It's like she's purposely not putting on clothes.
Was that the Good as Hell performance?
You said was it a good performance? I loved it.
Good as Hell. That was the Good as Hell. Was that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that one. And then even the one, and I know it was years ago, but even the one with Monique when she did the Beyonce thing.
Beyonce thing, yeah.
That was like, we was like, go Monique. But
you know, but the thing was for me for that, and I mean, we all celebrated Monique for doing that, but they were just so happy that this big girl could do this. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because she did this amazing job with it. They were happy that she was able to do it without her breathing. Even Monique, after she did that, she was like, yeah, I mean, she stood there and she was out of breath, and she was like, she made it through it. People were more excited about that rather than just celebrating that she had a great performance. And I think that that's where the message keeps coming, that I feel like is getting mixed up, is that, to me, just like you said, Lizzo has expressed that she had low self-esteem. What if Lizzo what she's doing is building up her self-esteem, and then y'all keep tearing it down. Or not, I'm not saying you, like y'all, but people just keep tearing it down because y'all, every time that she's trying to build up her self-esteem, she goes onto the internet or she sees all these things, and every time she makes a new video, people tear her down because she's doing the same things that everybody else in her field is doing.
Now I will say this: I saw the video with her and Cardi B. I liked it. I didn't think anything was wrong with it. The things that Lizzo does when she's performing, I don't see a problem with it. Where I see, it seems like where she's getting
stuff.
Yeah, where I see where she's getting most of her backlash is the things that she do on her page. People can do whatever they want to do on their page. I understand that. But your backlash is not coming from the performances that you give when you are scheduled to perform. It's coming from you just setting up your camera, and then you got your flat feet flat on the floor, and then you bending over with your hands on the ground with your ass tooted up in the air, and you shaking all of that. Some people do like it, some people don't, and I get it. It's gonna be a different feedback versus when she do it versus when Cardi B or somebody that's smaller do it. And I
think that's the main point. I think that's where her self-esteem becomes low at. It's not the fact that that y'all talking about it. It's the fact of how much it comes to her. Amber S put in the comment section, she said Lizzo's fans bashed her when she started working out and went on a cleanse. She was just trying to be healthy. And again, because her fans are going to have to grow with her, but we have to give her a space to grow. We can't just bash her because we don't want to see it. We have the opportunity to turn off our televisions or not subscribe to her channels or whatever she has going on and not see it. But there are people who need to see her, get through what she's going through. If they're ever going to get there, even if she never loses the weight, if she becomes more healthy with her eating, or if she's not, I don't know if she is just not, but I'm saying she has to be able to get her audience, and we're not giving her an opportunity to do it.
And I agree with that. Now, bashing her because she's trying to lose weight, that don't make sense to me, because they'll talk about people for being big, and then when those big people try to lose weight, they talk about them for losing weight.
Well, I can tell you why it feels like, because she fell into the pressure of what everybody else was saying. Because when she does do these things, people are like, "Well, why's her ass got to be out? Why this? Why this?" When Cardi B or the rest of the people can they can do everything that she's doing. We don't see the magnitude of the backlash that she gets.
Because she gets online and play like she's so comfortable. If you're not that comfortable, then don't do it. If you know that you can't handle it, don't do it.
Maybe she's testing the waters out. We have to give her space to do this for her own personal self. Again, she says she has low self-esteem. This may be a way of her building up her self-esteem, but we're not helping her, because if we say, "All right, girl, we see what you did, we loved it," whatever. But then she has a team. They can say, "All right, girl, now we got the people's attention. Let's do this, whatever." But we are not giving her the space at all to do that.
And I get that, but what you have to understand is that's like running through you got 10 people practicing shooting their targets with their gun. You don't have on no type of protective gear. You don't have on no steel helmet, no night armor, nothing. You just running through with just your bare clothes on, and you're gonna take the chance of not getting shot as people firing their guns. So if you know you're not prepared for that, don't ease your way into it.
I don't think you can always be. You can't always be prepared for things. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you my example that for me, coming out as a gay man in working in a media field, you had to test the waters out to see how it's gonna work. I told a few people, and then they told people, and then they was bashing, and then they took me out. So then I was like, I ain't gonna tell this many people, but then I did it again, and to the point where I actually came out. You have to give people space in their insecurities to come out and be who they are. And we are just not giving Lizzo that space.
I think we are, because like I said, we all know that Lizzo is not small. We all know, she's not selling records for nothing. So people are buying her stuff, people are supporting her, but it's just all in what you put out.
But it's not
Just
about the
like,
people that are. There's not about the people who buying her stuff and all that stuff. It's about the people who are not supporting her in her personal stuff. Yes, y'all buy her albums, but y'all are also, but you're bashing her about being who she is and trying to build up her confidence.
but you
so
can't.
that oh,
That's what I'm
go ahead.
saying. It's hard to build. You can't depend on the people to build your confidence. You
Right.
have to build your
I don't think
own
that
confidence.
I don't think that she's depending on the people to do that. But what I'm saying, I'm not a part of her team, so I don't. This is not factual. But I'm telling from a personal experience of someone who has had an insecurity. You can't just come out and everybody's bashing you and they're like, well, forget them because this is cool. She has to be able to get there, but it's a lot more ammunition coming towards her doing the things that every other woman that's in her field of work is doing. And we have to admit this because it is. I don't ever see Cardi B and the rest of them girls getting this much backlash about the stuff they're doing online.
No, I mean we can't sit and play like that don't happen because I mean play. I agree with you on that. SoDebNair, you are absolutely right. But again, it's the same thing. It's just like there's skinny people that get attacked versus skinny people. It's big people that get attacked against big people, and then you get big people that get attacked against little people. But at the same time, you you just it's just certain things that if you know that if this is tearing you down, why would you do it? If I know that I don't want to go to jail, but I'm finna go rob this bank. Like I'm not finna go rob this bank because I don't want to go to jail. Or if you get away with it the first time and you keep doing it and you keep doing it, eventually it's gonna catch up to you. So she knows that how the media
I think
is, and
when you know what your assignment is, you're gonna fight for that assignment until you exceed into that assignment.
but
It
what
doesn't
is
matter.
coming?
It doesn't matter. And sometimes it does come with what she's going through right now because she's fighting a battle by herself. She doesn't have a bunch of people that's in the industry backing her up. It's her by herself. So yes, y'all like I totally get what you're saying. I really, really get it. But I need for you to understand this. Lizzo has an assignment and she's fulfilling an assignment. Yes, it may not look the way you want it to look right now, but give her an opportunity to fulfill her assignment.
But who gave her the assignment to say, okay, Lizzo,
It could be
go
from
out
God.
here
That could be her
and
message from
just
God. Period.
make a fool of yourself? Because she's making a fool out of herself,
It's
in
not. I
my
don't
opinion.
think it's not. It's making
But
a fool of herself to some people.
It's only certain things that she does that makes it look like she's making a fool out of herself. Like I said, her going out there trying to be on the way journey. I don't think people should be, downing her for that. But people gonna do what they gonna do. That's something positive. But when you're purposely posing, taking pictures of you butt naked, and like, what's the reason? Like
But
why? Who are you
even
doing
Look,
it for? Those are the
let me
type of pictures that you.
let me say
Go
this
ahead.
and then I want to let Miss Val and make it make sense.
Okay.
Say what they want to say. I get everybody in the chat that is saying that they don't want to see Cardi being all them naked or whatever. They don't want to see Lizzo. I understand that some of you guys feel like it's the same thing. But if you look at the actual rate of what it looks like for them, Lizzo's is like up here and theirs is like here. So when you guys are saying that, you're only thinking from your own perspective. You're not thinking from Lizzo's perspective. Again, y'all don't know what Lizzo's assignment is. If it could be from her management, it could be from some program she's with, it could be from God. We don't know what it is, but y'all have to give her some slack because again, she's not the only person that's doing this. But we're looking at other people that are on the same type of platform that she's on. They're not getting this backlash. You guys, the few people that are in the comment section saying it may do that, but the way that Lizzo's getting it is a totally different magnitude. Go ahead, Miss Val. I'm sorry.
okay, first of all, I agree with you and Miss Drea. But I want to say that on the comment that you made about this being an assignment. So let's say that this is her assignment from God. Everybody that's on the panel right now knows, I'm sure, what it feels like to be called in some form, some manner to do something for God, or to feel like they've been set to do something, you know, from a higher power. Like, this is what I'm supposed to do. You know your purpose. So if this is Lizzo's purpose, and nobody can question that, let's say this is her purpose. We all have faced obstacles in order to get to our purpose. So Deb, if people talking about her, people saying that her music is not, you know, her music is questionable, her choices are questionable. These are obstacles that she has to face in order to grow and get to her purpose. So I understand, and I can support and get behind what you are saying, and I can support and get behind what you're saying about, you know, let's be supportive of her because, you know, the world, and somebody made a comment and said the world needs Lizzo. I agree. I think the world needs everybody to some extent. We're all human beings and we're going through the human process. But I can never step into SoDeb's life and say, oh no, everybody stop talking about SoDeb. Don't say a bad thing about SoDeb. I love SoDeb so much. You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing because I support SoDeb and I support the LGBTIA community. Like, don't say nothing about SoDeb. And the reason I can't do that is because SoDeb has to do SoDeb's journey to get to where, so I can't protect him from everything. I can't protect Miss Jared from everything. I can't protect my kids from everything. The point I'm trying to make is, if this is Lizzo's calling, if this is her assignment, then people talking about her are the obstacles that she's going to face in order to get to her assignment. We have to understand that she knew going into the entertainment industry, she was going to have to put up with this stuff. Lizzo has tough skin. Let's face it. Even though she sits and she cries, so does Cardi B. Cardi B, look at Cardi B. That girl, if we talk about her right now, she'll go somewhere and read about it or hear about it, and she'll address it in some way, shape, or form. She don't miss a beat when you talk about her. Lizzo I believe that if this is her assignment, God has given her tough enough skin to put up with. And that's why she's comfortable, you know, walking around the way she walks around. And though some of us may say, you know, I don't want to see it, that's what she does. She's growing. She's growing. I might not want to see it. Trust me. I'm not trying to see nobody's ass. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for the show. But if that is what she has been called, not showing her tail, but if she's been called to make other women of a bigger size, and I was saying I agree with Miss Drea because I used to be 280 pounds. Now I'm 155. So I've gone the weight loss journey. So I know what it's like to be different sizes, and I have people been called fat and overweight and all of that. But we got to understand that this girl is growing. She's growing into whoever she's supposed to be. But at the same time, so Deb, you got to understand that people are going to accept her for who she is, and they're going to knock her for who she is. And then they're going to sit back one day and they're going to it's just like Whitney Houston. Everybody didn't love Whitney when she came out. Everybody did not love Whitney when she came out. They called her, she was fake. She wasn't for everybody. She was the white people's woman. She was this. She was a pop artist. She was blah, 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 blah. By the time when Whitney hit her high point, we claimed Whitney, and we didn't want nobody else to claim Whitney. She was ours. She was ours. And even once she died, after all of the fallout and the drugs and everything else, she was ours. We loved us some Whitney Houston. So let this woman grow. That's what I'm trying to say. Let her grow.
You're right. I think that you're right. What you said. But I do think this. Even like with me, like y'all know, like a lot of y'all, if people start talking about me, people will start blocking, unsubscribe. Like that people, y'all go off about me a lot. Even those people, they do that. So I think when it comes to me hearing this conversation, I just want to give out a different perspective of things, because I feel like one, maybe what we are watching is just not for us. You know what I'm saying? 2B Black Native, I want to thank you for the super chat. She said, my grandson is only 12. Does he really need to be exposed to the glory of God? God said he shows us his glory. not the other way around. No, but we also can put on parental controls and we can turn the TV off and not be on social media.
So I think I definitely agree with what SoDeb said. I think if we change the context, it might be more palatable. So Deb mentioned that Lizzo does the same things as everybody else in her demographic, and she's judged more harshly. Well, let's just take it back a couple weeks. Sha'Carri made some of the same mistakes that other people in the Olympics made, but she was judged and criticized more harshly. She wasn't allowed to compete, whereas I think Michael Phelps had the same issue that Sha'Carri had with the drugs. They allowed him to compete. I do think that we as a people judge our own sometimes more harshly than we judge people outside. And we should see things from the same lens. Lizzo, Cardi, Megan, all they do is twerk. I just don't believe that we care as much because in terms of standards of no.
You went out.
You went out.
Would be considered the outcast. We have to learn to lift her.
That's true. I can agree with that.
Right.
I think, and a lot of times, like you said, depend on it. It kind of just depends on the topic. It's not a big deal that she's twerking. It's sometimes what it's things that just are outrageous. It's whether you smile a little, like you go to, and I know this is probably not the best example, but let's say church for an example. Sometimes, a lot of people are kind of going away from the church, not only because of COVID-19, but also because of the things that are happening in the church. But you see you can see two small ladies in the church. They can be the exact same size. But the lady who comes in the church that has her skirt all the way up, half, where you can, if she bend down, you're going to be able to see everything, even how many centimeters she done dilated and all that good stuff, versus the lady who has on her skirt that goes to her knee. You're not going to say much about the lady in the skirt. They're both small, but at the same time, where you are, that's not appropriate. So where Lizzo is, well, I don't want to say that because she's big, I don't want to just say it's inappropriate, but there is certain boundaries. Like, it's just because if I wear a 2X shirt, I need to wear a 2X shirt. Just because that material was able to stretch on that medium and I was able to put it on, that don't mean that was for me to put on, because I was able to get in it, yes. But if I breathe, if I take a breath too big of a breath and blow it out, the shirt is gonna pop open because you're in the wrong lane. You're in the wrong size. Nobody is ever in the wrong size, no matter how big you are. I'm not gonna say you're in the wrong size, but what I'm saying is you can't make a medium fit an extra large. It just don't work that way. And so you're calling for this attention, just like how we drag Gizelle and Robyn. Not because they're fat or anything else, but we drag Gizelle by her neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the same time, we're dragging her, but it's not, it's something about her that we don't like. So we're gonna go to, because it's something about her that we don't like, we're gonna attack that feature. So because it's something about Lizzo that people don't like, they attack that feature, but it's because of the way that she puts it out there. Gizelle is very pretty. If Gizelle was one of the fan favorites, or if Gizelle wasn't so messy, we probably wouldn't drag her by her neck like that.
Right.
But it's like you're saying, hey, I'm finna put it all out there. So you're giving us the ammunition to go after what we think don't look good about you because of the way that you're doing it. She can go out there and dance. We see big girls dancing all the time. And we like, okay, she getting it. But that big girl is not out there dancing half naked because it just don't look good.
But I think you also have to realize that there's a lot of Gizelles in the industry. there's not a lot of Lizzos that have made it in this industry who's doing what Lizzo is doing. To Be Black Native says, my sweet young brother, with all due respect, how do I hide her body parts in line 2 at Walmart? This, you can't hide it from them, but it's having conversations the same way when you see someone stealing out of Walmart, you see people fighting in Walmart, when you see other situations, when you see gay men or lesbians or LGBTQI people in Walmart, it's the same thing. These are the same type of conversations that people have about people in our community. How do we explain it? I mean, how do I hide it? You don't hide it, you explain it, because it's real life.
Yeah, those are conversations that need to be had.
Yeah, I know Little Kim was, because she was like one of the, well, like in her industry was one of the first people who did that. I understand that. But I was just giving an example as of now, like if Little Kim did what she's doing, it's just not the big uproar that Lizzo has. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, Lil Kim, another example. Like, you know, the only thing we can talk about Lil Kim is change her aesthetic. It's horrible, but she's still small, she's still petite, but you know, she's still an entertainer. She's still gonna get out there and rap. People are gonna listen to her rap. But when you make these outrageous changes, oh my gosh, Michael Jackson. It was either gonna be the doctor that killed him or the media, you know, because of the way that they make the changes, and it's so outrageous that people are gonna say something. And technically, we are designed to how one, you can kind of say a lot of white people, they're brought up to, we're gonna defend right or wrong no matter what. Versus us, we're kind of more of, I don't care who you are. If you do wrong by me, I'm gonna say something. If I feel like something is not right, I'm gonna call you out on it. I don't care that you're black too. So it's just kind of like a cultural difference on the way that a lot of us are raised.
But I think that you also have to realize, even bringing up Michael Jackson and all the other people who have gone through all this plastic surgery, because of the things that people are saying and doing to Lizzo right now. Yes, they may not have been able to crowd the internet because at that time it wasn't out. But look how it affected them. Little Kim said because her nose was broke, but that your nose got broke, so you got your boobs done, your ass done, all this plastic surgery because your nose was broke, like, and your skin's colors changed. I mean, she said that, but I mean, it came from people about how she felt about herself, from people talking about her. So that's what I'm saying. This is bigger than what we're talking about, because people are saying that she's actually admitted that she has low self-esteem. Well, what do you think she's going to have after she gets on the internet to see what you're saying today and tomorrow when she shows her ass? When she's trying to show herself that she had, because she can't prove that she has, her self-esteem has gotten better by being at home doing things by herself. When she gets up to society and shows out who she is, that's how that self-esteem gets, she builds it. Because when you say bad things about her and she's able to eat it and she's able to move on and still be in a positive feeling about it, that's how you build up your self-esteem. You can't do that at home in private, behind closed doors, not really doing anything. And yes, she may do it to an extreme extent, but again, so are other counterparts.
Well, she needs to get Carlos King on her team so he can tell her to stop reading the comments, because that's what's killing her. She's reading the comments. If you're comfortable with putting this out there, stop reading the comments. If people are supporting you the way, if your biggest fan base is supporting you the way that they say they will, whenever we scroll on Instagram and we see Hollywood Unlocked and they have the big headlines that say fans are so proud of Lizzo, you know, yeah, you're gonna see that. But if you see, fans are dragging Lizzo because of this, you're feeding into it because you're reading it, and then you get online and you're crying about it. So if she wants to, like you said, she's probably helping other.
But she explained why, though. She explained why.
Right, but if like you were saying earlier, if she's helping people out there, then and her goal is to help people, then go ahead and put your content out there because you're helping somebody.
That's true.
But when you get on the line and you cry about it, and because people are tearing you down, that's not going to help the people that you're trying to motivate, because they're going to see, oh, well, she put it out there, it was helping me, but you know, to see that people are talking about her and it's tearing her down, then let me not do it because they're gonna tear me down too. So
Well,
you can't have
does
it
help.
both
It
ways.
does help them because they see her at her lowest, and then they see her and build herself back up. So it does help them.
Yes, but if
Y'all just
I'm
don't want to
seeing
see
you
it.
right, but if I see you at your lowest, every time I see you at your lowest, you're crying because of the content that you put out. That's not gonna help me. That's gonna make me say, oh, well, let me not
No,
have
that's
this
not, Mr.
confidence
A. That's not gonna
because
help. That's not gonna help you. But the people that she is assigned to, that she's helping, it does help them. I'm trying to tell you from my own personal experience. I know this. It helps them because they see she has bad days, but she also picks herself back up and she keeps on fighting.
But so Deb, she made a video where she was in the bathroom playing with her stomach and singing to her stomach, and she says she does that every morning. And I thought, I'm gonna be honest, I was like, wow, that's that's kind of cool that she can express herself and show young ladies that it's okay to love on your fat. You know what I'm saying? To love on that extra body part. To love on, like, I wish when I was a big girl that somebody would have told me to do that. So there are things that she does that, like, in her private moments that she shares, that I think that's a good thing. But it's when she does the extra, when she goes overboard. And when I say overboard, it's when she does things that I just think she's probably not. And look, we all know she probably has a manager. She probably has PR. She has people who probably push her to do the things that she might not even be comfortable herself. Look, because we're sitting here and we're saying that she's doing this because she wants to do it. But come on, we know that there are times that she's probably comfortable with some of this stuff, and there are times that she's not so comfortable, and it is outside of her comfort zone. Even with wanting to be expressive, she's probably being told to do things she's not that comfortable with, and then those might be the times that she goes and she cries because she's probably like, well, I really didn't want to go that far anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by being a little graceful and saying, okay, well, she didn't, she's headed towards something and she hasn't gotten there yet. But at the same time, she's a human being who knows that this is the entertainment industry. This is what I got myself into. So she's not a child, but I think when you say this is bigger, SoDebNair, when you say this is bigger than what we can discuss today, it is. It's way bigger. And no, there probably isn't anybody we can think of off the top of our heads that we can compare to Lizzo, because there isn't anybody her size that we can really, compare to. Somebody mentioned Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton is always half naked. So is Tamar, to mention, the smaller girls, but we're going to always come up with the smaller girls. So Lizzo is special in that way, but I wish she would understand how special she was and not use it as like a jump off point to make herself look like not special, but I don't know. She's coming across sometimes as, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of, it's not so much special, but more like, oh, look at me. I'm a big girl and you could do this. Big girls can do this too, or you could do this as a big girl too. And it's more like a joke than as being special. And I believe she wants to be special. You know what I'm saying? I believe she wants it to look like it's a nice thing, but it's in those moments where she does too much or she goes too far.
I think that some people look at it like that, because when I look at Lizzo, that never crosses my mind. It's like, man, she's doing her thing, like she's comfortable in what she's doing. When she has a bad day, I'm not like, oh man, look at her crying for sympathy. She's having a bad day. She's already told us she has low self-esteem. So when I look at her,
have you never seen her do something, Deb, and thought, wow, that was a bit much?
No, because I see it on the internet. I see all the rest of the people on the internet. All other entertainers doing things. We watch Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion bump purses on the stage in front of the world. Yeah, so I don't look at Lizzo and go, oh, that's for attention. Now, I mean, I never view it like that. I don't.
Right. But Cardi B and Meg, but see, these are women who have, okay, so first of all, let me say I'm 49 years old. So to me, all of these women have some form of low self-esteem. Like, to me, Cardi B, like, she went in, you know what I'm saying? Like, she jumped in both feet. Like, everybody is dealing with some form of low self-esteem. Just because they're in the hip-hop industry, or just because they're, you know, making millions of dollars, doesn't mean that they're happy with themselves. So, you know, I'm not picking on Lizzo.
Yeah, I don't think that's what I'm saying. I think what I'm trying to get out is this. That's very true. We all have some part of our of self-esteem that we need built up, but we're not fighting a fight, or we're not in a lane by ourselves like Lizzo is. And so, yes, she can't call Cardi B and be like, girl, you know, I'm going through this, I'm crying, I'm this and this, because Cardi B can't really relate. She can just feel sorry for her. She doesn't have that. So to me, it's a harder fight that she's fighting. And I feel like she's the person to do it, because yeah, she has bad days, but she picks herself right back up and she keeps going back out there and fighting. And we sit and we have conversations about it. And then and then it makes me understand a little bit more. Again, I don't think that it's for our generation of people, because a lot of us, we don't understand it. I mean, this is not a fight that I should even be fighting, because I don't really know anything about it. But I'm not her. I'm not a woman who's been through this. I know it's different for men than it is for women. But what I do see is that there's a young lady out here who is fighting a fight for women that look like her, that are her age, that is doing something that is positive in the people from her generation's eyes. And that's all I see. I don't see nothing else, because it's not for me to do. And I want to read a few of these comments. DT said, also, just to know, what if she wore long clothing and began hiding her body? How would she then be perceived? I would feel sad for her if she did, because that's not who she is. That's not who she wants to be. It makes me almost feel like Pam from Total, because she looks so sad and depressed now because she done went back in the closet when that's not who she is. That's how I would feel about her if she did that. I also want to read Essence 818. She says she's crying because no matter how much you feel good about yourself, that doesn't mean she's unbreakable.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We're not giving her room to grow. We're not giving her room to fall down and get back up. Donnie McClurkin was able to talk about, we fall down, we get back up, but Lizzo falls down, and y'all people want her to stay down and go the way that they want her to go, but that's not her road. If it was, she probably would have. I'm not saying y'all and anybody in the chat. I'm not blaming it on anyone. What I'm saying is that we have to give her room to fulfill her assignment, whatever it is. We don't have to understand it. People didn't understand Jesus' assignment when he was down here on this earth, but he still did it. So we have to be able to relate in some form or fashion. There's some things in all of our lives that we want that we keep getting knocked down. And maybe we have to try different ways. Maybe we have to do certain things. But at the end of the day, it's our assignment. And if we keep on, if she keeps on fighting for it, then maybe that's just her assignment. We can't keep taking her down every time because we don't want to see it. We have the opportunity to turn it off.
I don't think people want her to put on, like, just cover up totally. That's not fair for anybody. I don't think anybody should have to.
If I was Lizzo, that's how I would feel. Even from reading the internet stuff, like, to me, that's what it sounds like. Because if she put clothes on, they probably would never even talk about her again.
But it's not so much of her putting on clothes, like all clothes. Just put on some, and sometimes it's not even just what she wears. It's what she's doing while she's wearing it. It's just it's not the best look. But it's okay.
But do they really make clothes for her to dress the way that she's dressing for bigger girls? Like, are there, and I mean, because maybe I don't know, but are they making fashionable looking clothes for Lizzo to wear?
Yes.
Well, from what I've seen, some of the stuff that she wear, it's not. I wouldn't even say she wearing nothing. But
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Because they make something in a 3X, it doesn't mean that. Because everybody who wear 3X may not be shaped the same. So we can probably both fit in the 3X, but it's not gonna fit me the same way it's gonna fit you. And that doesn't mean that I'm supposed to tear you down or you're supposed to tear me down because it don't fit me the way I said, and I'm dead serious. One back with a long crack. My mom and daddy gave me nothing. I don't know if he pulled out too early. I don't know. It's nothing back there. But I can't. I'm not finna go around with no Daisy Dukes on because it's not so much that they put it in my size or that I have low self-esteem about it. Is that ain't it. You know, it sometimes you just have to know. You have to know, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. Not saying don't do it. Just, let me kind of scale back a little bit. I think Lizzo has a good shape. She has a nice shape. She just have a little extra meat. I got extra meat. A lot of people have extra meat, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's just sometimes the way you act. Like with Chloe Bailey, she's very beautiful, pretty little girl, small, petite, and everything. But the fans were not pleased with her when she did all of that scooting around the stage to that latest song. Was it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So and I know I get it. The degree is different, but
right, and she has other people that's her size that are doing that. She has Meg Thee Stallion, because she was doing a little Meg Thee Stallion rock and everything. So she has people that's like, well, she's doing it, I can do it, I'm fine. They just don't like it because they don't like it. But Lizzo just don't have that.
But it wasn't appropriate for the song that she did it to.
Right.
But the comments were not saying that. They were saying that she's too young for this because they think she's still a child.
Right.
That's what the comments were saying.
But at the end of the day,
let me read the super chat. Let me read the super chat.
Sorry.
Don't tell the people said this is a great conversation. Thank you so much for the super chat. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Bernice. Hey, Miss Bernice.
Hey, Miss Bernice.
What I don't like about this is that you saying like she's not dressing appropriately, so you using. I love Lizzo, and I love what she stands for, and I love that she gives, because the average woman is not a size. The average woman in America is size 16 and up.
Yep, I agree with that.
So, and she's damned if she do and she's damned if she don't.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true.
Y'all were
I
saying
think that the point of her song was. I think the point of the song was that showing what she got to go through on a daily basis, like any other big girl. Because the worst thing, I've been a big girl all my life. You can have on the best outfit in the world, and the first thing they'll say to you, your face is cute. What the hell does my face got to do with what the hell I got on?
That's true.
I like what Wrong Row said. They said, why didn't we have these conversations when Rick Ross had his stomach out and nipples out for the 4-year span?
Exactly.
Yeah, I just read that.
I get tired of seeing that too.
They have this double standard. They hold women at a higher standard than they show men. Men can be out there 300 pounds, have they tattooed stomach all and rolls, everything. They ain't gonna say one word. But Lizzo wears a dress with a thong and her butt is out. Oh, the Western society is coming down. Oh, we all going to hell. Oh, come on, y'all.
Do y'all realize that Lizzo did have a prototype? Her prototype would have been Missy, but we all raised and exalted Missy because Missy looked the part that we were comfortable with. Missy covered up, and her talent was what got her there. Lizzo has the same talent. It's the same crossover appeal, but we will continuously tear her down for doing what everybody else in her demo is doing. We have to let that go.
Right.
That makes sense. Yep.
Missy stood right next to Foxy Brown. Missy stood right next to any other female rapper from that day, and they were at that point getting very sexual. And Missy stood there with a full pantsuit. No, Missy wasn't allowed to be herself completely. We all know that. But in terms of what she put out there, Missy was in a trash bag.
Exactly.
Sure
I
was.
love, I
Right.
love, I love that song in that video. Yeah.
And to this day, that trash bag is like the best. It's like one of the people look at it as iconic, and that makes sense. And a lot of
Yeah.
what we're saying, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, it is kind of contradictory.
Kinda, it
I
is.
know I done said some contradictory statements, but it's just kind of how you look at it, or
Yeah.
in your own opinion. I'm not the one that go around, because sometimes you just kind of know when you don't have room, and I know I don't have room to be trying to fat shame nobody.
Right.
I'm built like the number one, or maybe not. I don't know. I look like I got a floaty on, so but if I give my opinion, it's fine. But to go and try to bash somebody, no, because a lot
Nah,
of a lot of us, really, nobody has room to talk about nobody, no matter how pretty a certain person
That's
is.
right.
There's something on them that they don't like, or there's something on them that somebody else may not like.
That's
Like
right.
I don't know. One of y'all said it earlier with big girls. You see a lot of big girls now with guys that some skinny girls be like, how she get him? How did
Exactly.
she do that? One of my best friends, I didn't find out until we weren't friends anymore, about some of the stuff that she was saying about me when we would go to clubs. And I used to see a lot of people that I knew, a lot of guys that I knew just from school, and they would, hey girl, give me a hug and all this stuff. And she was real pretty. She still is real pretty, but she felt the type of way because she told one of our other mutual friends, I don't see how they always be liking her, or how they always be. And it's nobody was never trying to talk to me. It was just that they saw me and they were happy, like and she was just like, everybody. But she felt the type of way because a lot of times whenever a guy see two girls and he like one of them, he like, what's up with your homegirl? Nobody was trying to holler
Right.
at her, but you don't have, nobody has to try to want to talk to you every time you go somewhere just because you're free. And so just because she's big, is not is people don't have to shoot her down just because she's big, because she's dancing. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes it's just kind of, it make people feel like certain things that you do is like you're looking for the attention. And then when you get online and you cry about it, not it's okay to cry. But
Right.
when I'm sad, I don't feel like being in front of the camera is the place for me to tell everybody that I'm sad.
Right.
If you lose a child or something, and people, the first thing they do is they pick up the phone and they say, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so sad because of this. If you're in mourning, or if you're not okay, being on the camera where people are going to target you is probably not the best. Or if you want to do that, pre-record your video so that way you don't have to look at comments as you're trying to pour out your heart to people. Record it and put it out there, and then skim through for positive, because when somebody's typing something positive by the first couple of words. Once you see those first couple of words and you know that it's not something that you want to hear, keep scrolling or log off for a little bit.
but
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
hasn't
protect
got
your
to that.
energy.
Right, she hasn't got
Um,
to that level yet. Because my thing is, be blocked and be blessed. Okay, you're blocked. You're
Okay.
blocked. Be blocked and be
Yeah.
blessed, and keep it all moving. Like she hasn't got to
Look,
that level yet.
can y'all
But
I
you
hear
didn't
know,
even.
me?
Yeah, we can
you
hear you.
know,
I didn't even see you back there, Princess. So
Yeah, I had to
you
go back and come back in.
hey
okay.
But y'all
princess.
saying stuff like be blocked. Okay, me and Dad been on officially YouTube. It's almost been a year. Lizzo has been in the industry for a multitude of years. I get the same stuff. I don't get as much hate mail, but it don't feel good, especially when we was going through what we going through and people calling you out your name and
Yeah,
calling you all kind of stuff. It don't feel good. But guess what? You got to use some common sense. That don't feel good to me, so I'm not going to subject myself to that type of abuse. Okay, she got enough money to have a team to work for her. She got enough money to have people to pull out the good comments, like they said. You don't have to deal with this foolishness. And
Right.
people is talk. She's making millions of dollars. Of course, they talking about her.
Right.
Like Deb said, if they not talking about you, then it's a problem. So she has been in the industry far enough time to know that that is par for the course. If I can learn it off of YouTube in a few months, I know for damn sure she can know it better now. And that's what I'm saying. She'll do that and cry, but then say, you know what? Let me go do something even worse. to get your attention to try to prove a point, and you're in the end you're not proving a point. You're just hurting your own feelings. So stop it. And I don't like the
But that's not what
comparison
she.
of her.
That's not what she
Maybe
said
she
though.
was
That's
just
not what
having
she
a bad
said.
day in that moment.
I'm
That's what
not
she
saying, but
said.
this
She
is not the
said.
first time. This is not the first
But
time
listen,
she's
Princess,
done
she
that.
said though, she said in the tweet between her and Cardi B, she said that it normally doesn't hurt her, but when she has been creative, and which is understandable because you are drained after you have been as a creator, especially I know like when doing video editing stuff like that for for the job, like you are drained emotionally, and then you see those comments, sometimes it do hurt. But again, I think that it does show those people that do follow her who she's here for, that yes, I'm gonna have a bad day, but I still pick myself up and I keep going.
I mean,
I just thought this is not the first time she's got on the air crying
It's not gonna be
about
the
things,
last
and
time.
I'm not saying that she shouldn't feel. She is right in her emotions, but at some point, again, you're in the public eye. You need to rethink these things when you get on the internet talking about the way you feel. There are plenty of times that I was like, oh man, I don't like this, or I want to defend myself, or my feelings might be hurt, or people have talked about me in my face. Oh, you fat, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I need you to come harder than to call me fat. But, these people do these things, and you have to be more wise and cognizant about the moves that you're making because you are in the public eye, and this is what you're doing. And I really didn't like the comparison between her and Missy because I think Missy, that just wasn't her. Missy came up with the garbage bag idea, not her team. And Lizzo has a team. Them people make them clothes for her. Her stuff is custom made. So there she's knowingly wearing this stuff. She gets to choose.
That's what I said. She has a
hold on.
team of people.
Hold on 1 second. Let me report. So the comparison I was making was not so much that Missy wasn't happy with her clothing.
Sure,
what I'm saying was it was more palatable to the masses because she was covered up, and that's not fair. Whether she chose to look that way or not, it was palatable to the viewing audience that plus size woman was covered up. And I say let it hang out if you want to let it hang out, like Lizzo. I think both of them are super talented. I think both of them are crossover acts. So that's why I made the comparison.
And Brenda King makes a really good point. They all do get on the social media and cry, but y'all go extra hard on Lizzo because Cardi B has definitely done it. Megan Thee Stallion has definitely done it. So Wendy has definitely done it. They every time the men cheat on them, they get on the internet and they start crying about this man not liking them and doing the thing they've done. So that's very true. They all get on the internet and cry, but when Lizzo does it, it's a big problem.
But so
do a lot of bird stuff anyway, but I don't be watching none of them like that to know this stuff. So I'll be honest.
I was gonna say Cardi B cries all the time. That's what I said earlier. She cries about everything, every article, every smoke signal, everything. When it rains too hard, she cries. She cries about everything. You can't. I'm telling you, she gonna cry about this live. She cries about everything. If you say her name, she cried.
She cried.
So I don't know that Lizzo is particularly picked on as badly as you're saying she is. That's what I'm saying. Like I think
when Cardi B goes live and she cries on the internet, she does it. It's not to the magnitude of what this Lizzo stuff is going on. It's definitely not that. I mean, I've been hearing about this since the video has came out. It's been on the internet over and over and over and over again. The blogs make a post about it. People forget about it tomorrow.
I was shocked to hear that people was dragging Lizzo behind this video. I like the video. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Even with the she didn't have on a lot of clothes like normal, like but I didn't think it was nothing wrong with it. With her size and what she had on in the video, I liked it. I take more issue in my own personal opinion. I just take more issue with like some of the stuff that she put on the social media when she just in the house chilling on a regular day. It's fine to walk around your house naked. It's just like, you walk around your house naked, but you're not gonna walk around your house naked if you live on a busy street and you have all of your windows open and people can freely walk by, even though you're in your own home. It's just some things preserved for yourself. Like if you want to send out naked pictures other than people who work in that type of industry, that's fine. But people don't just take pictures of themselves and just send them out to everybody. It's just
I think it's
things
generational.
that you wouldn't
Because
send to
people
your
do.
husband. You know, you can send something to your husband, but you're not gonna send it to your homeboy.
I think that's
But they're gonna post it on Instagram
Right.
though. I mean,
'Cause
it's all of Instagram.
Oh.
Shoot, I got thirst trap pictures on my Instagram page, so I know that's definitely a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. No, but I'm just saying it's certain things that you're probably, I mean, other than, you know, some people that's kind of a little nasty or whatever. But I'm saying, so there, some of the pictures that you have on your Instagram, you post those. But I'm sure there's somebody that you've dated or dating, you were probably sending them pictures that you probably wouldn't put on your story. So everything is not always for the public, whether you big or you little.
I think that the standards are just different for her. I can't. I don't agree. I don't know.
She could walk through her house naked, riding a zebra. I don't care.
No, I'm not saying no. That's not what I'm saying. Yes, people can walk around their house however
the biggest
way you
thing
want to. But what I'm saying is, versus, I'm not. But if I want to walk around my house, like I said, naked, you have every right to do that. But I don't know if I would be comfortable or okay or think that it's appropriate to walk around your house naked and you got this big old bay window with no blinds, no curtains, or nothing.
People do it all the time.
Not saying that it's illegal. I'm not saying that it's illegal. But what I'm saying is, and I get that, but I'm sure that if I'm walking down the street, minding my business, and I just happen to look up and it's a man in his window with no clothes on, I'm gonna mind my business. I'm not gonna go knock on his door and tell him, "Hey, you need to put some clothes on."
But wait.
In my head, or if I'm walking with somebody, I'm just like, now I know he wrong.
But wait. You insinuating that okay? She got big bay windows. She live on a busy street. That she walking through her house naked. She's standing in front of that bay window like, "See me now."
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that we're gonna make a billboard about it. What I'm saying is, just as a person, period, no matter who you are, you're gonna, if you walk past and you see somebody is in their window naked, no, you don't have a right to go knock on their window or tell them that you need to put some clothes on or you need to close your blinds. I'm not saying that, but you are gonna have an opinion about it, regardless.
You're
not saying that
putting it
that
out
the
there
person
for public
is wrong.
consumption, so it's fair.
But the same way you wouldn't go knock on that person's door, the same way you don't have to comment on the internet about it.
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
I wouldn't go to her page and say, "Oh, she wrong for this." But if I want to put my opinion out there, I have a right to put my opinion out there because you put your business out there for me to give an opinion about it. So if it's something that you know is going to affect you personally, your mental, you have to take care of your own mental before you can help somebody else. If I can't help myself, I can't help you if I can't help myself.
Can I say something?
And that's what I was saying earlier, Dre. That's exactly what I was saying. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I completely get what you guys are saying. However, on my channel, I talk about my anxiety and my anxiety with the way that I look. I appreciate somebody like Lizzo owning who she is and putting it out there. If I were to go based on what you just said, I would never make another video because I'm not always comfortable with the way that I look. But since I've been making videos, I've gotten a lot of DMs where people tell me they're surprised that I feel that way. They also suffer from anxiety, and me doing that or me doing my videos has helped them. I think in the same way, although it may be crass or crude for her to do it naked, for some people like me, it helps. I can't explain it. I understand what Princess is saying. I understand what Ms. Dre is saying, but I'm in that demo where I like that she is who she is, and she's not trying to conform to normal standards of beauty.
I say the same thing. I'm so uncomfortable with people giving me compliments about how I look all the time. Be like, y'all see me, I'm like, I kind of like cringe every time because personally, it's been so long since it took a long time for me to even feel that way. So when people compliment me about how I look, I don't even know how to receive those compliments. So
Who is this wrong road?
Yeah.
That was
But
talking?
No, that was making make sense. So when people are doing that, it's weird for me, but also it is good for me to see. Maybe that's why I like Lizzo, because when I see the people commenting, giving her that, and she's loving it, and then she goes on and she does even more, I'm like, she's falling into, you know, who she is. It's dope. I don't really have that, you know, it's hard. So I think, I mean, maybe that's why I don't look at her the way that everybody else is looking.
It's just a fine line. Make it make sense. I'll follow you. Is that your YouTube page?
Yeah, I'm new. I'm like super new.
Okay, I don't mind following. I mean, you make good points. It's nobody, for me, nobody is really wrong in their viewpoint here. Everybody just sees it differently. And because we come again from different backgrounds, and I think men do not see it the same as a black woman will see it. You will never see it the same as a plus size black woman, because you don't know the struggle. There's no way of you actually knowing how it feels to be in that skin and how to walk that walk. So I'm okay with that. I just believe that she's great when she's empowering women, when she's doing things. The video, I just think the song was terrible. The video could have been
Right.
better
That's
in
how I
in
felt.
aesthetics. I think that Lizzo, it was a couple of them outfits, I just thought they was ugly. Okay. But far as her dressing in that video, I didn't see anything over the top far as her dress was in that video. I think Cardi looked horrible. Okay. But Lizzo looked okay. It's just
I
them
like
outfits was ugly. I
like
didn't
the
like
way
the
she
song.
I like the way she looked in the video. And like about the somebody mentioned something about pregnancy. I didn't read it all, but it kind of made me think of something, kind of like when you see women do maternity shoots. It's kind of almost common for the woman to be naked and have her breast covered and show her stomach, big or little. I think those are very beautiful because it's
You feel it's tasteful.
like
I think it was
that's a
the
good
titty part
environment.
that was real ugly. The
You feel
titty
it's
part was
tasteful.
ugly, okay? I would have
Oh
rather
yeah.
seen her in a you know, in a whole toga, you know, if you're gonna have a stomach. That part was fine. But it just was ugly. Whoever did the wardrobe for the video, it was ugly. Okay, it was ugly.
Okay, princess, we know it was ugly.
Right.
But what I love about Lizzo is that
You can lay 'em down.
she accepts herself for who she is, and she's not using like Lil Kim. If you took a picture from Lil Kim when she was when she first started rapping, compared to the way she looked now, that is a totally different person. Because
Yeah.
Lil Kim never liked the way that she looked.
The bitch, you all the way over here.
And I
I'm
know
sorry,
social
y'all.
media wasn't that big back when Biggie
No,
and Tupac was
no,
alive, but people really ate Biggie up. Like
no,
Biggie got a lot of
no.
people talked about Biggie
What
bad.
I'm talking about, Lil Kim. Lil Kim had issues on the way she looked, as in her complexion, her
Yeah.
face, her features.
Yeah, but I'm saying as far as like how somebody made the comment about men versus women, and I agree with that. Men don't get as much slack as I mean women do not get as much slack as
Heterosexual men.
men.
Talk about heterosexual men, because the gay men, we get it just as bad as y'all get it in our community.
Okay. Okay, well, and I'm not that familiar with
We
it,
don't know
so
that
I don't
struggle.
know much about
Some
right. I don't know that
some of
struggle,
these
so
big
it's
men can
hard
get
for me to
away with
speak
it, but
on
in this
that.
community,
But
I mean, like I said, I'm big in this community. I'm not that damn big.
right, yeah, I've seen some people that are to me little. I'm not little, but or I wouldn't consider them big, and some people think that they fat. So, I don't know. I can tell you I can tell you what fat is. And that so I can speak on that. But men have it a whole lot easier than women when they're versus big men versus big women, they have it a whole lot different.
That's what they say.
And but Biggie Smalls, people talked about him really bad. Just like Jay-Z. I think people really recently may not give Jay-Z as hard of a time as they used to, probably because he's with Beyonce. So a lot of times, the media will mess you up,
No, they
but you
still
have to
call
be
him a
strong
camel.
if you want to be a public figure and decide on what you want to read and not read based on what you can handle mentally.
Right. You have to decide what you access and allow to get your energy. And I think that's what Lizzo has to learn, like what she's gonna give her energy to. I think even though there wasn't no internet back like Queen Latifah and Missy Elliott and all of those girls, I think they, like what do you give your energy to? What do you give your time to? And Miss Drea said something that I loved when she said, don't get on the phone or your computer and start pouring out your heart to strangers. Like, don't, and I know your fans are the people that follow you and support you, but you start pouring out all your energy to those people, you're going to get back some stuff that you don't want. And then that breaks you down too. You can't start saying, oh, I feel so bad, I had a bad day. Everybody don't care about your bad day. Everybody don't want to hear about your bad day. And I think Lizzo
But I
sometimes
think
traps
y'all,
herself in
but y'all
that.
have to understand this industry. You have y'all. You have to understand this industry. It's a part of. It's a part of it. So she
Social
does have to
media,
do that.
social media,
Yes,
yes.
social media is added into her business now. So
Right.
yes,
That's what I'm
people want to
saying.
see her. They want to see her be a human. They don't want to see Lizzo always just popping and locking it on the stage and all that. They want to see her as a thing. I think Beyonce was just talking about this other day about how she don't have to, but she's in a whole nother stature of an entertainer as Lizzo. So Lizzo has to build that up because she came from the era of social media. So these things, she does do those things because it helps her fan base, whether she's getting all this backlash or not. There are people who are really following her again now because they feel bad for her. And they relate to her, so they're I won't say they feel bad, but they relate to her. So it's also part of her marketing to make people be able to relate to her.
How long? I mean, I don't know if maybe I follow Cardi the longest, but I remember when Cardi was on Instagram and she was just like a stripper with a heart of gold. Cardi had really messed up teeth in her words, and people on the internet were the reason she initially got her teeth done. She didn't want to get them done, but she felt that pressure. Now Cardi is a little bit older. She's coming up on 30, and she's already had a full facelift because of the things people have said about her appearance. So we just have to learn to accept people as they are. And if Lizzo presents to you and it's uncomfortable, that might be somebody you don't support. But we have to learn not to drag people down just based on
Right.
what we
Yeah,
feel.
exactly.
Well, Cardi B, but
Exactly.
Cardi B hadn't had a facelift. She just wore good makeup.
No,
Because when we
Cardi
see
did
her
a
without,
facelift. No,
Mari-
she did. If you
She
what
remember,
doctor
did.
she went to?
it was
Because
last year, and what happened was she got the facelift and didn't realize she was going to be in the public view. At the same time she got her facelift, her best friend had a baby shower and she had to go and be pictured, and you saw her with the full face mask on. So yeah, she's had a full facelift before the age of 30 because
they did
she
something
reads
wrong.
these comments.
Yeah.
And that's me being judgmental. Like people are
Yes.
against Cardi B. I'm gonna be honest with that. But the last time I seen Cardi B online and she didn't have on makeup, she looked like the same Cardi B that she looked like before whatever this surgery is, minus the the new teeth. And
Look,
I
you can look
mean
it up.
that's fine. But no, I'm not saying that you're not telling the truth. I'm saying I didn't know that, so I'm not gonna dispute it because I follow Cardi B, but I don't. Whenever I see them on my timeline, I look at their pictures and I keep going. I don't go actually to their pages. I just like to see what's on my timeline. That's what I do. I go on there and scroll, but I didn't know that she had a facelift, so
Yeah,
that's my apologies.
But that's
Cardi done had
the
so
point
much
that's the
plastic
main point
surgery.
that I'm making though,
It's
is
not
that
funny.
we don't want to, y'all don't want to. That's the main point I'm making is that we have literally watched all these artists do all this because of what people have been saying about them, and then you have Lizzo, she's fighting to stay how she is, or at least until she feels out the way to do it in a healthy way. And then when she does it, then we're gonna be doing the same thing we do with Little Kim, the same thing we do with Cardi, the same thing we do with Nicki Minaj. We're gonna be talking about her the same way but we forced her into it.
I mean,
We're
I don't
not. We
think
don't
Cardi.
live. We don't live that lifestyle. And I think because I grew up around because my uncle sung backup for Luther Vandross. I understand this a lot more than probably a lot of people. But yeah, people may put off that things don't bother them, but behind closed doors they do. So Lizzo is showing y'all behind closed doors that they do bother her instead of doing what a lot of these other celebrities do and go get this plastic surgery and they look a mess or they look crazy.
Well, let me correct myself because I'm not saying that Cardi B look a mess after her surgery. What I'm saying is when I said they didn't do something right, I meant because the Cardi that I've seen without makeup don't look different from the Cardi that I've seen on previous pictures without makeup. I'm not saying she ugly. That's why I said she didn't have a facelift. I didn't think that she had a facelift because she don't look much different when she has on makeup. She, of course, it enhances your beauty, but I just didn't know. I didn't realize that she had a facelift. I can't tell without when she don't have on makeup. I mean, I'm glad I don't wear it because if God forbid, if something happened to me, I don't want to be compared by my fingerprints or by my teeth because nobody knows what I look like without makeup.
So Deb, I do think that would be a good future topic of conversation, how Instagram and social media has changed what we value in terms of people's image. That would be a good topic.
I mean, it would be a really good conversation. I mean, we already know that they've been working on that with, the kids that are in school because they're using filters and they feel like they need to look like this. There were young people trying to get plastic surgery to look like how they look in filters on Instagram and Snapchat. So we know it's a problem, but then we also add the social media platforms talking about why people look the way they look or how they look. And then when they go get the actual plastic surgery done, then it's a problem. But I mean, we push them into it. So
I feel like what do you think about like Khloe Kardashian, where she was pictured without a filter and she lost her shit and started suing people to get that image taken down. But she has a daughter. How do you tell your daughter that you're beautiful as you are, but if my image is displayed without a filter, I lose my mind? Like, how do you have that conversation?
that's a hard conversation to have. I wouldn't even know what to say.
I don't have a kid,
But that,
but what I do is for my niece, my nephew, any kids that I'm around, because we have like a lot of little kids, I'm constantly telling them they're of value. Little girls, you're beautiful. I think that you have to impress upon people at a early age just how just being them is enough.
yeah, I agree
That's
with
very
you.
true.
Make sense. I think when babies are born, the first thing we say to them is how beautiful they are, and I think you say that every single solitary day, as long as you can for the rest of their lives. Even with my sons, they're grown men, and when they come to visit, I hold their faces and tell them how handsome they are and how wonderful they look and how proud I am of the men they are. I mean, I think you say these things to your children as long as you possibly can. I think we encourage them, and because the world is not always so nice. We see that now just as we're talking, you know what I mean? And so Deb and I talk about this. I have two sons that are homosexual, and I have to stay on them and encourage them. And we talk about, I have anxiety, and they both have anxiety, and we talk about all the time how the world can put pressure on them to not be who they truly are, and it makes them afraid of being who they truly are. But I encourage them to be them. And I encourage them to, love on themselves, and for my sons to keep close together, because I know that the world can be painful, and then I know that things such as not just what you talked about with Khloe Kardashian, but just the idea of wanting to belong to a group, period, wanting to belong to something will make you not be who you are. And I think that that's another good topic. So Deb, maybe one day, is just talking about how we can keep these younger generations focused on being who they are and not feeling like they have to stray away into being, a part of something that's not true to them, because that can end up in suicides and
Yeah.
in so many different situations, and that we don't want them to end up in. But I think Khloe Kardashian, once she finds out that OJ is her real dad, I think she'll probably be a lot better off.
Yeah,
Not
but I
make
mean,
them
I
shame.
think that it kind of starts with having these type of conversations, because yes, we all see this situation differently, but I mean, I think, I know one thing that I do. I'm gonna go back to what I was just saying. One thing that I do is, like, when I wake up in the morning time, I get on Twitter and I will just compliment like a bunch of people for no reason, just because I don't know how people are feeling in the morning time. It's
Right.
Monday morning. I don't know how you feeling. Even when y'all come in here, I'm checking the temperature. How you feeling today? Scale from 1 to 10. Those are things to me that we should be doing with our friends and our family, but other random people, because some people just don't have that. You know what I mean? And I think that sometimes we get into a place where, because we don't understand something, we start to judge it. We have a lot of
Exactly.
opinions about it, and we don't get to know the actual understanding about some things. Even when I was over on Parish Channel, we talked about people trying to take their lives. I explained some things to people that people just didn't understand, but then they were like, wow, I never knew this. Having conversations is really dope, because it gives people a broader perspective of things. I'm sure there are some people who heard things that I said today that made them change their mind about what I was saying. I can't make nobody think the way that I think, but what I can do is say, hey, what about this? Because at the end of the day, it's not about that. I can't force people to feel a type of way. I just have come from a place where I've always felt like, when I walk into the room, what is everybody thinking? When I'm in there, it makes me shut down. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel
Right.
like I'm like on an island by myself.
Social
To the
Yeah.
anxiety.
point where I used to use drugs and drink a lot so that I can feel let it go. But then through counseling, I realized I can do it without all that. But you don't know how many people who are abusing substances just
Right.
to feel like they are a part of a room, and then they're going to forget it tomorrow. So when I do talk about this type of stuff, and I didn't mean to be on this Lizzo thing for this long, but I think that it was a really good conversation. But I know people who are Lizzos in my life, and I know how they walk in a room. I know when they want to feel like they look good. I know that they do look good to them. They look good to me. Shit, I tell them all the time. But to everybody else, they just don't. And they may not have the platform that Lizzo have, but guarantee you, they crying at home because of the things that people are saying about them. And I think that we need to be more cautious about what we say out in public about certain things.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I can appreciate that. Because I think part of my anxiety has always been checking the temperature of a room when I walk into it, and feeling like, crowded spaces make me really anxious. And feeling like, what are people thinking, trying to getting in my head about what other people's thoughts are, and not necessarily what I look like or any of that, but just trying to feel like I overthink things. I'm a very, very deep thinker. And so I'm already trying to get into everybody else's head about whatever the situation is, or, and that can be really hard, usually in the happiest of moments, and not even a sad time. Like you would think a funeral would be overwhelming or something like that. But like even at a celebration, I'm in my head and I'm overwhelmed. And that can, like you said, that can lead you down a rabbit hole, because
Right.
you take those anxious moments and you start to overthink, and then you start to think bad about yourself, and then you start to go down to moments of your childhood, and then you just spiral, and by the end of the night you're just kind of rocking yourself to sleep. And people don't really have these conversations because they're uncomfortable. They're not something that we really like to talk about, because they make us look at ourselves, and then they make us look at our loved ones, and it becomes like kind of like a flower that opens up, but it really is a beautiful thing because it allows us to get to know each other better and get to know ourselves better. So I can appreciate it. I wanted to make it make sense that I follow him and I on his page, and I appreciate him and the things that he talks about. And so Deb, I appreciate you so much. But these kind of conversations are so necessary. They really are, especially for our community, because these are things that we just don't talk about. They're just, be it weight, be it mental status, be it whatever. These are things that we just don't talk about because for so long we weren't allowed to discuss what went on behind the curtain. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna say this, Miss Davis said everybody is crying at home for one reason or another, but please don't run around naked in these streets. Let me tell you something. When I'm at the lowest of places in my life, and if this is something that's going to keep me here on this earth, I'm gonna walk around naked in these streets, because if that's what builds up my confidence, that's what I'm gonna do. And you guys, if you haven't seen the live that I did with Perry, somebody actually mentioned it.
It was great.
We talked about that. Sometimes your rationality on how things work in life ain't how other people are feeling or anything. And me going outside and thinking that I look good and that I feel good the way that I am at that moment is all right, because I feel like in order for me to build up my own self-esteem, I walked out of my house that day and looked great.
And that's a good
And there's
point.
nothing wrong with that. I think that we're so judgmental when it comes to certain things, but we also have to realize that, just like you said, everybody is at home as crying at home for one reason or another. Stop there, because that's a reason to build myself up and make myself feel good.
Right. And if that's what makes you feel good, if that really, really makes you feel good and that's what helps you, then what somebody says about you being naked shouldn't affect you. I'm not saying that
That's
it
not
can't,
true. That's not
but if
not
your
true.
confidence
That's
is
not
that
true.
great.
Time out. That's not true. That's not true. Because it's at that time when I did that, it was about me. Now, when I go back and I come down off of that because I'm here, I'm back, and I'm present again, it may change. But at that time when I made that decision, it wasn't about anybody else. It was about me. I wanted to feel good for myself.
But
and
that's
when you
like
get to a place when you when you get to a place, especially when it comes to my mental health, and when it comes to a place where I feel like, I don't feel like I want to be here right now, but I can go to this place and bring myself back to the place where I know I'm valuable and I want to be here. It don't matter about nobody else. It don't matter what nobody got to say at that time. None of that matters, because I don't have no other option but to make myself feel good. I'm gonna be selfish in that moment. Right. And I think that people don't understand that part. Being a person who has been in that space, I have done things that probably weren't that great, and it cost me some things, but I'm still here, and I was able to get through those things. So I don't want people to think that, because I did it, then when I get the backlash from it, well, I shouldn't have done it. No, at that time, it was a life or death situation. And I'm not saying that's what Lizzo's doing, but I'm just saying don't always think like that, because it's not always that.
Really quick, I'm sorry. Something's been up with my mic, so I've had to log out. I did not choose this picture. Just FYI.
I was like, oh, we got a new guest.
No. When I logged back in, this picture popped up. So that is not me. Also, like I said, I suffer from anxiety. And one tool that I use is when I walk into a room where I may not be comfortable, music is playing in my head. A lot of times it's the City Girls. Sometimes it's Lizzo. But that's a tool that I utilize to feel comfortable in spaces. And it does get really hard to describe anxiety because it's invisible. It's only real to you. So when people see me, they oftentimes speculate that I have no issues, when in actuality, I can be uncomfortable around everybody in here. I just, like Lizzo, you might put on a front every now and then and a smile on your face and keep it pushing. I think her vulnerability on that video is going to speak to a lot of people.
I'm glad you kind of said that because I still don't know if I have anxiety. I'm not going to talk about it much. That's why I think I do because when I go into it too long, it makes me like tear up or I get kind of upset and
Yeah.
cry. But in December 4th of 2017, I went to the hospital um thinking that I just had a cold. I had pneumonia. So it went from me, having x-rays to them saying you had pneumonia to I went to sleep one day and when I woke up it was a month later because I had been in a coma and I had so I'm not gonna go there because like, I can't control it. So, but when I got out the hospital, eventually after a month and 4 days, I didn't
Oh
think
wow.
anything of it. And then when COVID hit, it's like I started. I don't know if it's panic attacks. I don't know if I have anxiety because I've never understood it because I've never been through that. I've never been able to talk about a situation and it just gets me to the point to where I can barely speak now because I'm crying. So I don't want to go far deep down the road, but even to this day, like now when COVID first hit, and then it started kind of backing off, and then now that everybody's talking about the Delta, I think I might have anxiety. I just never talked to anybody about it because I'm like, okay, well I guess I'm okay. But then now with all of this going on with my mom, and I'm getting ready to take my first flight ever tomorrow. So anything just kind of makes whenever I think about it too long, so I still don't know if I have anxiety. I don't know if I have anxiety or what's the other one? No, it's not. Well, I don't know if it's depression. I doubt if it's depression. I don't feel any type of depression or anything. But stuff gets me anxious and I'm scared. Sometimes if I
Yeah.
inhale too deep, I automatically assume that I have something. I went to the COVID test the other day because I'm like, I just need to know, even though I don't have any symptoms. If I
Mhm.
cough one time, automatically I'm assuming that I have it and I'm panicking and I'm in my room all day. So I don't know. And maybe I should go and get checked on about that because it drives me crazy knowing that at any given time, at the time I was 34 years old, so I just wake up all of a sudden and now somebody is bathing me. I can't go to the bathroom on my own. I need
Yeah.
somebody to do this. That like that will mess you up.
Yeah. I know exactly
So
what you're talking about, Miss
I don't
Drea.
know if it was just a phase or if I really have anxiety at this point. I don't know
But
because
you
it
know
hits me
what?
on
Let,
the
I'm
let me
nerve.
let me do something real quick. G Bonics, thank you for the cash app.
I was gonna say, Miss Drea, what I would recommend you do, and I'm not a licensed therapist, but it sounds to me like you need to talk to somebody because having gone through everything that you've gone through, you definitely sound like you suffering from some form of anxiety. And it makes sense that you would be having gone through that. Um, my anxiety came from me going through a horrible medical experience, something similar. It wasn't COVID related, but I have MS, and I ended up losing my memory after having like 4 or 5 grand mal seizures. I woke up and I lost my memory, and I didn't know anything. Couldn't read. Didn't know my husband. Didn't know my family. Anything. And ever since then, I've had such girl. The anxiety has been terrible, like I was telling y'all, and so I have to see a therapist, and I even go through physical therapy. But I would say sister to sister, again, something that we don't like to talk about. Um, Definitely. Somebody said in the chat, post-traumatic stress disorder, try journaling. Write down some of the things that you're feeling and you're going through. If you can't because I know you said you're taking a flight tomorrow, get you a little book and try writing down some of the things that you're going through and how you feeling at particular times and what's causing you to feel that way. So if it's only when you hear certain words, I will write that down. Or if it's only certain times of the day, write that down. What it is that you're feeling, or if it's certain spaces that you are in the house, or certain things. Keep a journal of those things. And then when you get an opportunity, after you go check on your mom, when you get an opportunity, you get a call in. I know they're probably not gonna let you come into our office, but you get you a phone appointment to do a video call with a therapist, and so you can talk to somebody about this, because you need to get ahead of it before it gets ahead of you. And I told you earlier, we keeping you in prayer, you and your mom, and this is definitely something that you gotta tap into, because it sounds like it's something that's going to, try to run you over. And it's so serious, because like Make It Make Sense said, you can't see it. When we can't see something, there's so many things called invisible illnesses. Anxiety is one of those things, because people can't see it. So they kind of cock their heads at it. Kind of depression is the same way. People can't see it, so they cock their head at it, but it's so real. And it's real because you can feel it. It makes you sweat. It makes you shake. It makes you sick to your stomach. It's real. And so, like I said, just sister to sister, that's my advice to you, is when you get a chance, first start, somebody else said, journal, keep a mental note of what's going on around you and how you're feeling, and try to stay hydrated, and just, try to stay as grounded as you can in those moments. Because sometimes I know with my anxiety, I feel like I'm almost being lifted off the floor and taken out of my own body. It's so bad. And I have to remind myself, that I'm okay. I have to say, you're okay. It's okay. So those are just some things that you could try doing. And hopefully you can just get through visiting your mom, and God knows she's going to be okay. And then you can get home and see you a therapist.
Okay. Thank you. I
Let's
really
talk about
appreciate that. And I'm gonna go ahead and go, because I don't want to.
Yeah, I gotta get off
I
here too,
can't
because
turn.
I gotta go too. Look, we've been on here for forever.
It's been 3 hours. But I appreciate all of y'all for coming up here and having this conversation. I know it was a tough conversation, but I really enjoyed everybody's perspective, and I just think that we all gave out different things. Hopefully somebody got something from it, and I appreciate all you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and close out the deal. Thank y'all. Thank you so much, Miss Evangelist. I really needed that. I was like, let me hurry up and get off, because baby, the tears was dropping, and I don't want to be, I didn't come here to hijack nobody's show. I just
That's all right, sis. Look, reach out anytime. Anytime.
Okay.
Praying for you.
Thank you. Y'all have
Y'all make sure y'all follow Make It Make Sense too.
Yeah, I already do.
Oh,
okay.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
For some reason, it won't let me tag you in my description. It pulls up another account, because I'll try to tag everybody in my description, but it won't let me do yours.
Okay, I'll look into that. All right, thanks. This was a deep convo, and I'm starting to see that you kind of have cornered the market on opening people up. This is pretty dope.
Yeah, I'll be trying.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too. All right, y'all. So if you guys have not already done it, make sure you guys join my tribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Also, make sure if you haven't already liked the video, turn on notifications. Make sure you turn notifications on all, so you get notified every time I post a new video. Comment below, because I'm sure we're out of here by now. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Also, I want to thank everybody for the cash apps and for the super chats that you guys sent. Again, if you guys want to send in cash apps or Zelle, there's information for that. Me and Busy are probably going to do Potomac tomorrow instead of today, because I got to go to work, and I wasn't expecting this live to be this long. So we'll probably do it tomorrow on my channel, probably around 7 o'clock. I'll talk to him, and then we'll find out or whatever. But so make sure you guys stay tuned for that tomorrow. I love you guys, and that's it. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.